What's up, Killer Vibes? Toby? What's up, FIFA? Anthony Gulick? What's going on? Gonna be a good game for sure. What's up, Marion? Yeah, they are. I'm just getting set up. You hype? So am I. So am I. The game we're looking for is next week's game. Defo is playing well, playing, and we will have to wrap up Deshaun to win. Hope JT gets started early. You'll be back at halftime. Okay. We have the pressure of Watson. Yep. What's up, Aquivian? Sanchez is back.
Not an NFL player or fan around who doesn't cheer the return of Rigoberto Sanchez to the playing field today as the Indianapolis Colts get set to host the Houston Texans. AFC South action coming your way next here on CBS.
All right, Colts Nation. I like the profile pictures. Darius Leonard, right? What's up, Drew? Watson always finds his way out of pressure to get a 30-yard pass. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how he does that. Got to wrap him up. Yep, that's the key. We got to get him. I'm pretty sure he's going to escape a few of them today. I'm not even going to be surprised.
I mean, this is insane. What a crusher. That was 2 weeks ago in Houston, Texas. The Texans trying to right things today in their second and final matchup of this regular season against Indianapolis. Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium, everyone. There is Frank Reich, the very popular head coach for these Indianapolis Colts, doing very well in his third season as the head coach. And there is Houston's interim head coach, veteran coach Romeo Crennel. Things haven't gone quite the way he would like, but as we said earlier, Rich, they have had a rash of injuries and suspensions to deal with.
They have, Greg. You know, everybody's playing for something this time of the year. You look at the Colts; they're still trying to win a division and they'll get a home playoff game. And you look at the Texans at 4-9, coming off a very disappointing performance. A lot of these players, even coaches, are playing for their jobs.
There's Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick it away for the Indianapolis Colts, and we are underway. Scotty Phillips inside his own 5 to the 20 and forward to about the 23, 20, maybe the 24-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Onto the field comes Deshaun Watson, and what a performance he put on just a couple of weeks ago. But again, he's had an awful lot of time on his back this year, hasn't he, Greg?
Yeah, he's had a difficult time, Greg, staying upright in the pocket. But it's amazing to me that he's only thrown the 6 interceptions when you consider what's going on around them. He's been sacked 40 times. They can't run the ball. They're dead last in rushing. They're thin at the receiver position. They traded away DeAndre Hopkins in the offseason, and yet this guy has put up some solid numbers for the Texans.
They'll start with the ground game, and David Johnson with a little running room out to about the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. This is the offensive line that has to give Deshaun Watson some time to throw the ball.
Yeah, it's not just the protection part of it, Greg. It's also their ability to come off the football and knock people back in the running game. They're ranked dead last in rushing. They're averaging just 86 yards a game on the ground. And that includes the quarterback, who's usually good for a couple of rushing first downs each week.
And Houston gets a key wide receiver back in Brandon Cooks. 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard gain. Watson, quick pass. That's enough for the first down. Forward progress will be marked at about the 35-yard line, and that is Cooks on the receiving end. The 6th-ranked Indianapolis defense getting healthier at the right time of year.
Really good defensive line, Greg. And you look at DeForest Buckner and Nico Autry, 2 really good players, but DeForest Buckner having just an incredible Pro Bowl-type season. And you look at the linebacking core, Darius Leonard leads the team in tackles, 97 tackles in only 11 games.
And it is a ball-hawking secondary headed up by AFC Defensive Player of the Week, Kenny Moore. On first down, and off the left side, and now to the 40 is David Johnson. Tackle is made by Xavier Rhodes.
Well, it's important for the Texans to get off to a fast start. Slow starts are really
63.
After the stories.
63 is eligible. 63 is eligible.
They punted on 12 of their 13 opening drives, including 7 3-and-out. We talked to Romeo Cornell about that last night. Both are the most in the league this year. They've got to do a better job. I think it starts with running the football. Coming out of the gates, being able to run the football, getting David Johnson back should certainly help.
David Johnson again diving forward to about the 42-yard line where Kerry Willis makes a stop. I mentioned ball hawking secondary, Rich. I mean, this Indy defense is amazing. Ken Moore, 4 picks. Julian Blackman, a pair. Kerry Willis, a pair. Xavier Rhodes, a pair. TJ Carey has 2.
15 interceptions, Greg, tied for third most in the league. You mentioned Kenny Moore, AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance against the Raiders. Maybe the best interception, maybe the best catch I see all season. The interception in the back of the end zone off the Derek Carr. He's really played well. He is a real threat. He comes off the edge.
Here's a 3rd and 2 for Watson. With time.
Get him.
Out of time. Tripped up and he goes down. And he's not going to get first down yardage nowhere near him. DeForest Buckner. We told you about him earlier. We expect to talk about him.
Yeah, this is real.
Well, he's right there. I mean, actually, Greg, this is pretty good protection. I think part of that, at times, Deshaun Watson has a tendency to hold the ball too long in the pocket. Like most great athletes, he always believes he can make something out of nothing. Sometimes the best play, the only play, is to throw it away and avoid a negative play, a sack, an interception, or fumble. Deshaun Watson has had a difficult time giving up on plays.
Nyheim Hines stands inside his 15-yard line for the upcoming punt.
They sure are, Joe. Shout out to DeForest Buckner.
Hines from the 7. Hit at about the 15 and rolls forward to about the 18-yard line. Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts offense. Right.
Progressive presents.
That's a commercial break. That's why it's only quiet in here. Trying to get some points on the board for sure. What's up, Hayden? TY time. Yes, sir. Step on their necks, facts, Hayden. They about to have another big game? I sure hope so.
You mentioned earlier, Rich, making his 238th straight start. Phillip Rivers has put up some terrific numbers his first season here in India.
Yeah, he's an Iron Man, Greg. And I was asked earlier this week the biggest difference with Rivers from this year to last year. I think he's playing behind a much better offensive line. He's got a more experienced play caller who understands the importance of the running game, and he's getting the ball out quick.
Under pressure, lobs this one. It is incomplete. Pass is intended.
That was about to be a catch.
Taylor out of the backfield.
I mentioned getting the ball out quick. I mean, last year, a lot of downfield throws with the Chargers.
That's
this
a
year,
fact,
the passing game features a short and intermediate type throws, many off of play action, a lot of them on 1st and 10. And he does a really good job, and he's always done a good job, Greg, getting the running backs involved in the passing game. That first one to Jonathan Taylor, you'll see a lot of throws to Raheem Hines, who actually leads the Colts.
Shout out to you, Shea Lesson.
Rivers throwing, this time complete to Taylor out of the backfield and brought to a halt at about the 25-yard line. Zach Cunningham making the stop. Number 1 tackler in the National Football League. 126 tackles, making 127 now.
He is a gazelle at the linebacker position. He just runs all over the field. He's going to be a challenge for this Colts offensive line to get a hat on number 41 in the running game. 41 and 50. Tyrell Adams. These guys make a lot of tackles for the Texans.
3rd down. They need the 29-yard line for a first down.
Here comes the pressure.
Rivers over the middle, and that is
was a
completed
dive.
from the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Jack Doyle, the tight end, has it for the first
It's a good
down.
pass, man. It's a good
Colts have
pass.
a number of really good tight ends. But they'll have to feature the passing game. Trey Burton. Got Mo Alley Cox and that guy right there, Jack Doyle. The guy that does it all for the Colts. Very good in the running game. Always makes himself available in the middle of the field in the passing game.
Always seem to have a history of tight ends here in Indianapolis, don't they?
Yeah, they've got him. And Phillip Rivers, Greg, go back and look at his history with the Chargers. He loves to throw the ball to the tight ends.
Here's the give to Taylor, and Taylor
That's a good run. That's a good
across
run.
the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Zach Cunningham with the tackle.
Well, the Colts unloaded on the Raiders last week. They scored 44 points. They racked up over 200 passing yards and 200 rushing yards. Just the 3rd time they've done that in a game since 2015. And I think the running game is so important. Season high 212 rushing yards against the Raiders last week. And the patience that they've had with the running game is starting to pay off.
2nd and 5.
I got you. Hold on. Hey. Okay, 23 is the point. 23 is the point. 23. Stop.
Rivers going to give it.
Good
Going
run.
to the near side, and just across the 40-yard line is Taylor.
Taylor looking good early on.
And it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they don't get the safety block. Eric Murray, he just comes screaming off the edge. You see him right there. He's not blocked. So all Jonathan Taylor can do is hang a hard left, try and do everything he can to get back to the line of scrimmage. That is a run pressure on 2nd down for the Texans. And some challenges on 3rd down. You look at 3rd and 3 or less.
We'll see if Rivers can convert this one. He needs the 43-yard line for a first down. Play fake. Has time. Throwing.
Good pass.
Across midfield and down
That's
to the
fantastic.
7-yard line. It's set.
That's fantastic.
Just sneaks right in here, and he's just going to work up and just create some separation. It's man-to-man coverage. And watch Pascal set the defensive back with that little post move, and then he just breaks it flat across the face of the defender. That's well done by Pascal.
So another first down for Indianapolis. In Houston territory at the 47-yard line, and they'll give it to Taylor. And
Oh, yeah, Taylor. Look at Taylor. Big first down by Taylor. The Colts are 15-1.
Allowing over 150 yards a game off the ground. They're just not doing a good job getting off of tackles or getting off of blocks and making tackles at or around the line of scrimmage.
Some good linemen on
What's
the
up,
other side of
Demetrius?
that line, Rich. And
Facts. JT is a beast.
Two Pro Bowlers, Greg. This is a very good offensive line that Phillip Rivers has the pleasure of working with.
Look at Taylor. Oh, that's Hines. Let's go, Hines.
inside the 15-yard line.
The running back duo, man. That running back duo, nasty.
Gets the big block right there at point of attack. You see the tight end gets the kick out block.
That running back duo is nasty.
Makes the safety miss in the hole. Right? We've seen a lot of missed tackles from this.
Shout out to the blocking.
First play of the game last week, they gave up an 80-yard touchdown run. Johnson comes down and he just whiffs in the hole against Taylor.
That was a
they are
23-yard pickup. Now from the 12. Quick pass to the near side. Complete and out of bounds at about the 6-yard line is Jack Doyle. So far, this is looking too easy for the Colts.
You know, these
The high
coaches
season,
spend
yes,
so
that's
much
right.
time game
That's a
planning.
good catch,
They
Doyle.
do is they script the first
Doyle is
15
back.
plays.
I was watching his highlights
Opening
yesterday.
script for the Colts, 6 opening drive touchdowns so far this season. That's tied for best in the NFL. They did a really nice job getting off to good starts in games.
Rivers has completed 4 out of 5 for 34 yards. He's looking at 2nd and 3. 3 yards for a first down, 5 for a touchdown.
He's the air traffic control at the line of scrimmage.
And hand it off. Taylor has a
Touchdown, baby! Let's go, Jonathan Taylor. Let's go. We scored early, baby. We scored early. We scored early.
The Colts draw first blood.
It's a great looking cut. Just watch what happens. 99 and 90. They're right there. Now look at the vision and look at the cut. I mean, that's a tackle for a loss. He makes J.J. Watt miss. He makes another defender there miss. And
What's
now
up,
he just
Maxine?
powers his way to the end zone. That is a great
That was a
looking
beautiful
run
cutback.
by the rookie, Jonathan Taylor.
Score is 7-0.
Rodrigo Blankenship with the extra point, and it is good. The hold by Sanchez. Taylor, the touchdown. Blankenship, the extra point. 7-0, Indianapolis.
Is this the
Back to Quibi. He really is showing a lot of promise, man. Yep. First quarter. Indiana, easy touchdown. It's good to see that the defense woke up early. You asking if I'm playing Madden after this game's over? The uniforms are nice. JT gonna have 3 TDs and 150 yards. I like it. It's a win-win. Till your favorite streams are playing. I'm sorry to hear that, Noah. Sorry.
Tell on CBS is sponsored by Progressive. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Macy's. Give, love, believe. And by Rocket Mortgage. Need to finance a home like a pro? Rocket can.
On this very field yesterday afternoon, Big Ten championship game between Northwestern and Ohio State. Trey Sermon A school record 331 yards rushing for the Buckeyes, who won at 22-10. Earlier today, they find they'll face Clemson in the college football playoff.
You need this coach win.
Scotty Phillips from the 5 to the 20. Almost broke it outside, but wrapped
That's
up.
a good record.
But Zaire Franklin.
Well, Greg, I can just tell you as a quarterback, it's a lonely feeling when you have issues around you, when you're not able to run the football, when the protection hasn't been great.
You don't live in the
You
USA?
get issues at the wide receiver position, whether it's injuries or suspensions or players no longer with the organization. But look at those numbers. Look at the consistency that Deshaun Watson has played with this year. And this guy deserves a lot of credit. He gets a lot done with less. And he is the ultimate competitor. Always have a chance for a quarterback like Deshaun Watson.
From the 23, Watson rolling. Not going to throw it, going to run out of bounds from short of the 25. 2 weeks ago on that fumbled snap at the end of the game as the Texans were going in for what would have been a game-winning touchdown, he was as despondent as you will find any player on the field.
Yeah, he sat on the field for a while. He went over to the bench area. I mean, you pour so much into these games. It's heartbreaking. It's devastating, and that's how important it is for Deshaun Watson.
This is David Johnson, and Johnson squeezes across the 25 and out to about almost the 30-yard line. Here's the scene 2 weeks ago down in Houston. That's the snap. Not only did Watson fail to hold on, he couldn't cover. The Colts recovered and held on for the 6-point win.
And they would have won that game, Greg. I know not only did Deshaun Watson feel terrible, but so did Nick Martin, who's really captain of that, one of the captains of the team, and does a great job anchoring that offensive line. And he played so well that game, and then to make a mistake at the end when it matters the most, it doesn't sit well with it. I can tell you that.
On 3rd and 4, Watson over the middle, and he's got his man across the 40-yard line. The diving catch made by Kiki QT for a first down. That's 15 yards.
Well, QT has had some really good games against the Indianapolis Colts. Just watch this route working against a really good cover corner in Kenny Moore. It's a nice job creating some separation.
He ran a good route on Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore's plenty outside.
Buddy Howell has come on into the backfield for the Texans on first down now. And he gets the carry and continues to push just across midfield and into Colt territory.
They like Buddy Howell. He's a bigger back at 6'1", 220 pounds. Knock you backwards and gets enough opportunities for the running game.
Fast-moving game, 3:40 to play in the first.
I just think the Texans, Greg, have to be patient. A lot like the Colts when it comes to the running game. They get away from the run, I think, too early in games.
On 2nd and 3, Watson.
Good slide.
Pat it down right in his face.
Bobby Okereke.
Linebacker Bobby Okereke. His second season out of Stanford.
Okereke, he's just following the quarterback the entire way. He's got responsibilities for Deshaun.
He's in Houston was on the boy.
Good job getting his hands up there in the 20.
It could have been a big 6.
The intended receiver, Chad Hansen.
Bobby is the fastest linebacker in the NFL.
This is where you really got to be sharp as a quarterback. This is where a lot of the pressure show up when you go up against a Eberflus coach defense.
Under pressure, Watson.
Good sack. Fumble.
It's on the turn. Who's got it?
Let's go.
And so are the officials.
Let's go.
Justin Houston with the recovery on the field for Indianapolis.
Let's go. Let's go. Look at that defense, baby.
Deshaun Watson had no chance. That pressure from both sides has got too quick. Here's a quarterback rush. He sees he goes to the ground, the ball comes.
They are waking up. You see it. Coach Fan 20, what's up? Let's go. Look at Darius Leonard. Defoe got credited with that sack. What's up, FIFA? Defoe got 2 sacks already. It's unreal. This is one of the best defenses we ever had. I'm pretty sure he's the fastest linebacker in the NFL. If you tell me somebody else is faster than him, I'll be sure to debate. Is it EJ Speed's faster? I don't think so. I don't think he is. Best defense you ever seen? Overall, like running speed, yeah, I feel like Bobby is the fastest.
His hand by replay review, it'll remain a fumble instead of the
Yeah,
ground
keep
causing
rolling.
a fumble.
They are going. Thank you, Gene. They are going with the turnover. Rivers all kinds of time.
Look at that protection.
Throws to the far side of the field now, and that is complete at the 48
Okay, Mo.
line. Going to
Did y'all see that O-line protection? My goodness. Teray was just there. Teray was there on that fumble. He was on the field.
Former basketball player, big target for Philip Rivers, but as you said,
When you have a defensive line as solid as we do, it's going to be hard to get your numbers. I'm just saying.
2 or 3 hitches. Philip Rivers is a quarterback that does a great job knowing where to go with the ball before the snap, and that's significant. His knowledge and experience are a big reason why. Boy,
Sorry if I missed the comment.
extra time in the pocket, you're in trouble.
Time trying to bounce it outside. And
Yeah, Ricky. Tennessee
caught up there.
just being Tennessee.
By Cunningham. Time for an NFL Today update. Back to Nick Burleson in New York.
We have scoring back and forth between Detroit and Tennessee. And Tennessee right here, Ryan Tannehill hits Corey Davis. He does a little dancing like Sammy Davis. He gets in for the 75-yard TD. Tannehill 6 for 6, 126 in the TD. Titans lead 14-7.
All right, Nate, thank you. Minute 50 to play here in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 for Rivers. Rivers going to go for it all down this side of the field. And it is caught at about the 10-yard
What a
line by
catch.
Zach Pascal.
Yeah, we can win the division.
This is really
Pascal's
good
there, man.
coverage from Eric Murray, but just doesn't do a good enough job getting his head turned back around to find the football. That's a great effort by Zach Pascal going up and high pointing.
That is a big catch.
Love the fact that Philip Rivers is tight man-to-man coverage, but he's going to give his receiver an opportunity to make a play on the football down the field.
26-yard pickup sets the Colts up just outside the 10-yard line.
Zach may get 100 yards.
Rivers
Touchdown. Let's go. Woo! We're playing Super Bowl ball today. Hey, man.
Into the corner, he winds up running the post route. This is just a really good throw by Phillip Rivers.
Looking good. That ballot we trust.
Hold by Sanchez before we get that. We have movement on the offensive line.
Whenever you play a game of football with no penalties, it's probably the best game ever to watch.
Bill Penovich is our referee today.
A good crew, Greg. This is a group that includes a lot of officials that have worked multiple Super Bowls, including Bill Vinovich. Seaman, line judge, really good.
Neutral zone, Braxton. Defense number 90. Indianapolis has elected to take the 5-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Your playing days, you make sure to check out who's
I
What's
did.
up, J-Rock?
I did. You know, you always wanted to know who the
Just take what they give you.
who the
That's a
referee
fact,
was.
Charles.
Give you a break, help you out a little bit. Tell you when
Bobby looks
those
amazing.
timeouts
I know,
were.
right?
I always wanted to kiss
I
up
love
to the
it.
officials, Greg.
J-Rock
How
tonight.
nice of you to admit it.
Do whatever it takes. I need all the help I could get.
Blankenship. The kick is good. 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Boy, Deshaun Watson has lost 2 fumbles this season, both of them to the Indianapolis Colts.
I got a sauce.
Blake and Goat. Let's go. Phillip Rivers formed over 400 yards this game. Titans not beating Green Bay? I don't know. I feel like they can beat them. I feel like they can beat them. Jeray was the reason that Watson fumbled that football. He put pressure into bumping him into Defoe. That's why he got credited for the sack. So whoever asked about Jeray, there you have it. Pascal would get 2 TDs. Who said that? Yeah, it definitely like we're gonna probably get Brissett football early because it's like this game's about to be over. If they keep up this pace, I feel like we're gonna put in Brissett. You saw it in my chat earlier. Oh, they're not losing. I mean, Green Bay almost lost last night. All you got to do is have a good run game. To be honest. All right, if the Titans win, just come back and say Coach Talkie was right.
Work alongside you and our great crew, our producer Jonathan Sieva, our director Mark Grant. We're just blessed as we head into the new year. This is
Scotty Phillips, but he is hit hard at about the 20-yard line. Double nickels for you, right? 55?
That's it. Big man, 5'5".
Congratulations.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
You know how old I am?
You're about
27.
27. Well, you're talking about age. This is a guy that's a great player, Deshaun Watson, at a young age, and he needs some help.
That was a good tackle by you.
They've got to be able to do a better job protecting him. He's been sacked twice already.
All right, Julian
But
Blackson.
2 weeks ago, he said the very same thing, and he proceeded to do just about everything himself.
Well, he's a great competitor. He'll never give up, but somebody's got to start helping him and making some plays around him.
David Johnson. And wrapped up after about the 2-yard gain.
Just talk about the importance of pass protection. You know, he sacked the season high 6 times last week. And keep in mind, he's one of the most elusive quarterbacks in the league right now. He sacked 24 times in 6 starts versus the Colts, most versus any opponent in his career. You look at that number right there. 12-0 as a starter when he sacked once or less, and just 16-22 when he sacked 2 or more times. All you got to do is give this guy time. Just give him a clean pocket and allow him to set his feet.
This is Watson on 2nd and 8. Time.
Good wrap up.
Is made across the 25. Brandon Cooks. We come to the end of the first quarter. It has been all Indianapolis. 2-touchdown lead. We're back to the Soil Stadium in just a moment.
Do you think Watson would do great things for us? Yeah. That's if he was a Colts. But he's not. So he's an enemy. Yeah, I know. He will create stars. End the game early. No, I need content. We gotta watch the whole game. Texans better put up a field goal. Or at least drive down the field or something.
Tennessee, with whom the Colts are tied at the top of the AFC South.
What's up, BGN?
Watson, this side of the field, and that is complete to Kahale Waring, the tight end.
A really good looking throw from Deshaun Watson to Waring.
Blue coverage. That was a big Rose on that guy. That's a big tight end.
He gave any thought to sitting Deshaun Watson down for the last 3 games?
Well, it's a tough conversation to have. I mean, if you sit Deshaun Watson down, then you probably want to sit J.J. Watt down, and then all of a sudden you have some star players that come to you and say, well, why am I not being sat down? So, look, all these players, Greg, they're professionals. They want to play. This game's important to them, and Deshaun Watson wouldn't have it any other way.
Watson with time, throwing, and he's got his man off the hands of QT.
He was wide open and dropped it.
Oh, you've got to be able to make this catch. QT is wide open. Gets behind the linebackers, between the safeties. Boy, just got to be able to squeeze that one in. A really good throw from Deshaun Watson. You talked about the season Deshaun Watson has had, right? He's completed 69% of his passes, thrown 25 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions. He's made great decisions despite the issues that they've had with pass protection.
He is looking at a 2nd and 10 now with Buddy Howell in the backfield watching the throw again, and that is complete. And across the 45 into the 47, enough for first down yardage goes Pharaoh Brown. Jake Feely. Romeo wasn't talking about the big picture, thinking about it, but Deshaun Watson admitted to us it was different. Got some audio issues with Jay. We'll get back to him. Meanwhile, this is Howell. And Howell brought up short of midfield. And leading the charge was Al-Qadim Muhammad.
It was interesting. Matt Eberflus told us a story. He had a 20-minute conversation early in the week with the entire defense. He wanted to hear from the players, and in particular each position group, what they learned after playing in and watching back the first game between the Colts and the Texans. And one of the things that the defensive line talked about is the issues and the challenges of getting a quarterback like Deshaun Watson on the ground. Not only is he fast and nimble, but he is very strong back there in the pocket.
2nd and 9 from his own 49. Watson put it up for a down, and he goes down. Billy marked down at about, let's see where they put him down, at about the
Three-step looks like it's a 6-man rush, but it's really just a 4-man rush. The ability to get pressure with just
they are a deadly D-line duo. They really are.
The Colts defense. And I think your best chance versus a quarterback like Deshaun Watson.
That is now 8 sacks of Deshaun Watson by the Colts in this game than 2 weeks ago.
The coordinator there is one of the better ones in the business, because he may wind up being a head coach when it's all set down next season.
Short screen, far side, and that is QT. He's across midfield, but not nearly enough for a first down. And as they on the pile, we see a couple of players slow off the ground, and one is not slow off the ground.
It looks like Howard tackled.
Titus Howard, the right tackle, yes. They'll look at him. We'll take a break. 12:05 to play in the first half. Colts lead it by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're losing another player. Got a sack each drive. Looking good. I like it. I like the blue. You love the all blue? Yeah, it's nice. I don't think so. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's why I'm not even surprised if his stats don't really pop out like they should due to the consistency we already have. Sometimes you might not see the football because other players will be open. It is what it is.
Howard has walked off the field under his own power. 4th and 5 now.
You might be asking yourself, why don't the Texans go for it here? I mean, it'd be one thing if it was 4th and 1, but you're not going to convert many
What's up,
4th and
Interzone?
5s against a top 5 defense on the road.
Don't forget to hit the like button.
Anger. Finds, fair catch, called for, and made at the 10-yard line. We'll take a quick break, and we are coming back in 30 seconds after this from Walmart. To the last game they played 2 weeks ago. A punt, an interception, a punt, a safety, a fumble, a punt, a fumble, a punt. Rivers. T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton, there you have it.
Down on the 26-yard line.
T.Y. Hilton seems to have broken out of that mini slump. At least 8 receiving yards and a touchdown in each of the last 3 games. He didn't have a single touchdown in the first 9 games, 4 in his last 3. That is good news for Philip Rivers.
That's unheard of for a guy with T.Y. Hilton's talent.
Oh, just he was like kind of missing in action, Greg, the first 2 months of the season.
He'll beat Henry. I don't know about that.
Very unlike T.Y. Hilton.
On 2nd and 4, they will give it straight ahead. Johnson has first down there. Excuse me, Taylor has first down.
That was a
yardage
big
against
run. Marlon going to get traded. He has that potential.
We show Frank Reich on the sidelines. He's a terrific head coach, Greg. I don't know that he gets enough respect. The job he does as a play caller. He is a really good play caller, a former quarterback in this league for a long time.
I made a video about that.
Former coordinator, position coach. He came up the right way in the coaching ranks. And he just does a fantastic job. I think the best thing about him, he's very patient. If the run doesn't work early, he stays after. He doesn't give up on things very easily.
On first down. Here's Taylor again. Taylor brought to a halt at about the 30-yard line. Cunningham once again. Sit down, Jay.
So
there hasn't been much good news for the Texans, and they won't have Titus Howard right now.
What's up, Ravens? Hey, how you doing?
With the concussion, they're evaluating him. They took him in the cart just now, guys.
Yeah, Jay, just injuries. Obviously, the defense without a couple starters again this week. Last week, they lost 3 more. Dunn, Reed, Gaines, couple cash from that secondary and defensive lineman. They've had their fair share of injuries on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Rivers under pressure, and he's going to go down about the 25-yard line. That is Charles O'Menahue, his 3rd sack of the season.
O'Menahue working alongside J.J. Watt. That never hurts, does it, Greg? And you just look at the two in tandem. They're working against center Kelly and Glowinski and Smith, but they just do a great job collapsing the pocket around Rivers. It's well done.
So 3rd and long now for Rivers. They're at the 25-yard line. He needs the 38 for a first down.
3-man rush.
Right time. Sideline. That pass is complete. And out of bounds, close to the 35-yard line is Mo Allen Cox. And onto the field comes the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez. He's made a couple of appearances as a holder, but now here he is.
You know, Greg, we talk a lot about tough guys. There's a good look at his family, and how fortunate they feel. But, you know, we talk a lot about tough guys, defensive linemen, linebackers. But this guy's a tough guy. I mean, he is tough as they come.
It's important for him
to be out there with his teammates, and what a remarkable story of perseverance and recovery in the midst of some real trying times.
This one away. This is QT. And QT with the fair catch made at the 21-yard line. Rigoberto Sanchez, welcome back to the wars with a 44-yard punt.
All right.
Who in here from a nap? Not me.
They come out of the gates and they look sharp. They run the ball. They've been able to throw the football. Rivers has had great protection. This is a team that's having a lot of fun right now. Why not? You're 9-4. You've got a 39-year-old quarterback that has his sights set on something special this year. How cool would that be to see Phillip Rivers lead a team to his first Super Bowl in 17 seasons?
Raymond and Churchman.
Robert Johnson has replaced Titus Howard at right tackle for the Texans. And the give is to David Johnson, and Johnson just crossed the 20-yard line, and he is met by a bunch of blue. Update time once again in New York. Let's take you back to the NFL today. And Nate Burles today.
I know Colts fans are watching this Tennessee Titans game. Ryan Tannehill off the play action decides to keep it himself. That is a 17-yard TD. The Titans up big, 21-7. Back to Greg Gumbel, Rich Gannon, Jay Feely.
Another Rubens like Mike.
All right, Nate, thank you. Ryan Tannehill continues to be as steady as they come.
One of the most improved players in football last year, Greg. having another solid season for the Titans.
On 2nd and 9, Watson flips it out to the side, and this is Johnson, and Johnson doesn't find any running room there.
Deshaun Watson has
Are you
a lot of
surprised the
time
Lions
to set his feet.
stink, man? The Lions team is
Look at
bad.
the way the Colts have played defensively. Look at use of style. Then you see Darius Leonard and the rushing them. They talked a lot this week. You know, you've got to make sure you get Deshaun Watson on the ground. You can't leave your feet. You've got your power comes when your feet are on the ground. You got to wrap them around the hips, take him to the ground. And it's what Matt Eberflus has been talking about all week when it comes to rushing Deshaun Watson.
Here's 3rd and 7. Watson, here comes the blitz. Got rid of it over the middle, and that's complete at the 40-yard line. The catch is made by Chad Hansen for the first down.
Well done. The Colts bring a 6-man pressure. The Texans block it up. And this guy's got my attention, Greg. Chad Hansen. You know, we watched him a couple weeks ago against the Colts. He played well. So just an example of a young receiver taking advantage of some opportunities late in the season.
Under pressure again, and Deshaun Watson goes down at about the 36-yard line.
That pressure.
Closing in on him, Danico Autry. Along with Taquan Lewis.
Yeah, Danico Autry, he's going to come off the left side, and you just look at how they squeeze the pocket around Deshaun Watson.
They really could. We definitely improved on getting Deshaun Watson down. So yeah,
that's an issue right now is pass protection. The Colts have done a great job attacking the protections of the Texans.
Scotty Phillips. To about the 41-yard line, it would appear that the Colts have made a real adjustment from 2 weeks ago where Deshaun Watson was able to get outside almost at will. We haven't seen that today.
Yeah, they've done a nice job, Greg. They've been very disciplined with their rush lanes. And even in talking to Deshaun Watson about Matt Eberflus, he says he does a great job attacking and breaking down your protection. So they know if it's a 5-man protection or 6-man protection or 7-man protection. They do a really good job changing up the looks against Deshaun Watson.
3rd and 10.
These are the downs you want to stay at. 3rd, 6+, not good.
Early Monsters fly.
Appreciate you, Tim.
Like Laramie Tunsil might have moved good.
Ball start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty.
Shout out to the tackle they paid in Tunsil. We just got a false start.
Watson has been sacked 15 times in his last 3 games.
Yeah, right there. I'll tell you what, they're just teeing off right now on this Houston offensive line, and they're just beating them out of the gates. And getting fresh bodies in there, Greg. They're changing up these 4 rushers and making sure that they have a fresh group in there to rush against a quarterback like Deshaun Watson.
Watson on the move, gets outside now and throws, and he's got his man David Johnson inside the 40 to about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line, but that's enough for a first down for the Texans, and that's what happens when Deshaun Watson can break loose outside.
Well, I think what you want to do is you want to keep him in the pocket, but when he gets outside the pocket, that's where things begin to get hairy. And this is really where he can extend plays to see the running back just working back across, making himself available. But that's all Deshaun Watson, Greg. His ability to throw the ball accurately on the move outside the pocket, one of his strengths.
26-yard pickup, first down now.
There's nothing wrong with Bill O'Brien. He's a legend.
Watson with time, throwing this side wide open. He's got his man. The 10, the 5, touchdown, Chad Hansen.
Can anyone explain why he was wide open?
Well, Hansen was wide open because they got 2 crossing routes. And it just took a while for whatever reason just watch this huge gaping window. That frees it right there. I mean,
why is he following?
For Deshaun Watson, and someone blew a coverage on the back end.
Why was he following?
For the extra point.
I feel like that was probably Willis.
Fairbairn got it away and right down the middle. With 3:46 to play.
The Texans just scored off a wide open pass. Colts kryptonite. I mean, he just got on the roster, so. We got to put up some points for before the half. Best coach chat on YouTube. Appreciate that. The phone's on 20%. Why don't charge it? Watson had a good protection on that drive before they scored. I feel like that was Kari Willis that was following that dude. I don't think that was Julian. I think that was Kari Willis. I was buying a jersey. It'll probably be a Jonathan Taylor jersey.
We just saw wide receiver Chad Hansen record his first career touchdown. TD pass from Deshaun Watson.
Look how well he played in Week 13 against the Colts. Start paying more attention to Chad Hansen.
Isaiah Rodgers going to run this one out 5 yards deep in the end zone. And not get very far. He's going to be marked down at the 15-yard line. And suddenly the Houston Texans are all fired up. I want to remind you and tell you about the Indianapolis Colts who recently lost a member of their family. Greg, team employee for 23 years, passed away after a battle with cancer. Team owner Jim Irsay put it best, saying, quote, Colts Nation will always remember Greg as a bricklayer. He certified his Hall of Fame journey as a husband, father, co-worker, and friend to all. He was my friend, and he will be greatly missed. Rivers and the Colts from their own 15-yard line, 3:41 to play in the first half. Rivers. And T.Y. Hilton with the sliding catch just across the 30 of the line. That's the first down. 16 yards on the play.
And Vernon Hargraves has T.Y. Hilton in man-to-man coverage. Watch how Rivers brings T.Y. Hilton all the way back down the step. Good throw, low and away on the boundary.
Hargraves appeared to read that one pretty well and still couldn't stop it.
T.Y. Hilton, Greg, has great quickness out of the break.
Coming up on 3 minutes to play. This is Jonathan Taylor, and Taylor hit hard by Cunningham.
It was the kind of season that T.Y. Hilton has had. Greg, I mentioned the first 9 games, he was kind of missing in action, but look what he's done the last 3 games. Today, he's off to a good start as well. He's a guy that you have to get involved in the game plan early. It's important to get him a couple touches to kind of get a feel for what's going on in that secondary.
Loves playing against the Texans, 8 100-yard receiving games. His 17 career games against Houston. This is Rivers, and Rivers complete and being brought down as Naeem Hines. That was made by A.J. Moore.
Vincent Naeem Hines, just 2 running backs leading his team in receptions with multiple catches in each of his last 11 games.
Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they get the snap off.
He's trying to steal one. Trying to get the Texans to jump.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Wiley, veteran quarterbacks are all alike.
Y'all think we started off too hot? Y'all think the Colts is running out of gas? I feel like we started off too hot. They better go reload. They better do something. What's up, Reginald?
Reminder, coming up, the Verizon halftime report. Our guys back in the New York studio get you caught up on all of the latest NFL scores and highlights coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
A really important 3rd down here for J.J. Watt.
What's up, Greg?
They get a stop here.
Gotta cut them big plays. It
Chance
was
to
only
get
one.
Deshaun Watson the ball back with a little less than 2 minutes with all 3 timeouts left. Maybe tie this game up before the half.
Dolphins are losing.
Both these teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. 3rd and 6 here for Rivers.
You hit the like button if you haven't.
Yeah.
Rivers.
The pass. Oh.
Fingertips of Trey Burton, the tight end.
Burton dropped it.
What they wanted, and I think Phillip Rivers would love to have this one back. It's just a little too high for Trey Burton to handle. You just see reaches, and that's a tough one.
Rivers overthrew
He's
it.
got the linebacker Cunningham beat man-to-man coverage. Phillip Rivers knows he missed it.
QT stands at his own.
That was Rivers, Greg. Rivers overthrew it.
And here is Sanchez with front. Low, bounces. Takes a Colts roll inside the 20 and comes to rest at about the 18.5-yard line. We'll take a break. Come back in half a minute after this.
Yeah, if he caught it, it was an easy. He was already over the 1st down line. That was an easy 1st down if Rivers didn't overthrow him. Rivers he had too much air in it on that pass. Yeah, it was a nice punt. It's cold in here.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium. 47-yard punt by Sanchez. It's kind of amazing.
Okay, missed that throw?
Surgery,
Yeah, it was a bad throw.
Surgery. He played in a game feeling
Well, I
some
thought I did
discomfort,
upgrade
some
it.
pain. Kicked like 6 times for an average of.
He had a great. Not only that, but Greg, it's what he does on kickoffs. I mean, he drives the ball deep. He's a guy that does a lot in terms of the kicking game for the Colts.
Watson across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Looked like a little bit of a mix-up, but maybe not.
You're right. I think David Johnson, he was expecting David Johnson to come up inside. And they talk about the running back position. They're short a couple of running backs today. Not having Duke Johnson out with a neck injury really hurts a guy like Deshaun Watson because Duke is so good in the passing game.
Watson the pass outside to QT. And he crosses the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Clock continues to move. A minute 10 to play in the half.
You got a first down here. You got to
Yeah, I know.
those
We definitely got
timeouts.
to get the stop.
3rd and 2. On the quick pass, he's got the first down.
We got to put it up.
And close to the 40-yard line is Brandon Cooks. And there is a timeout called. The first used here in the first half by the Texans.
Texans moving in the field goal range before the half.
First charge timeout.
That was interesting talking to, excuse me,
30-second timeout.
be patient with this official, but anyway, I'm talking to Tim Kelly last night, the offensive coordinator, and we were talking about the challenges that they had running the football. He said, hey, we're good at throwing the ball, so we're going to kind of do that. Why not when you got a quarterback like Deshaun Watson? But Greg, you're so good at the receiving position. They released Kenny Stills a month ago. They lost Will Fuller for the season with the PED suspension. Randall Cobb's still in the IR with a toe injury. And they didn't have Brandon Cooks last week. He's back up this week. But that puts a lot of stress not only the play caller but the quarterback when you're dealing with some younger receivers that you don't have a history with.
And some talented wide receivers on first down from the 39.
Good job with the hard count.
Early marker flies. And Watson goes down. DeForest Buckner in on the quarterback.
Feel bad for Watson.
This one will go against Indianapolis.
Offside. Defense number 50. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That's Justin Houston.
Well, this is a penalty, but I want you to just see what they're doing, Greg. They're doing a good job inside with some different stunts, okay, as opposed to just rushing straight up the field. They're trying to change it up a little bit, collapse the pocket. You see some of these stunts inside, the 2 tackles. That makes it difficult on the offensive line, but it also makes it difficult on Deshaun Watson to run up inside those A and B gaps.
1st and 5. Watson throwing, and that is caught inside the 40-yard line of the Colts. Catch is made by Farrell Brown.
No job. I feel like we started too early.
Excuse me, Jordan.
That is a really good throw from a congested pocket. Watch this. Watch him step up. He has to reset his feet, and that is just a terrific throw in great anticipation by Watson. A muddy pocket. That was well done.
20-yard pickup.
Came out too hot. They better be a field
42
goal range.
seconds on the clock. Watson steps into this one, and that's complete just shy of the 20-yard line to Brandon Cooks.
Score, take a field goal.
Just a reminder coming up, Verizon Halftime Report, Yang in the studio with all the latest scores and highlights coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report.
Cooks didn't play last week, had a foot, a neck injury, but man, what a difference he's made, Greg, already in this one. He's got 4
getting
catches,
dotted up again, y'all.
36 yards.
Pressure's not getting there.
Look at what Deshaun Watson has done over his last 10 throws. He is red hot right now.
Watson got rid of it, going to the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Good defense
Cooks, the
by
intended
Washington.
receiver, well covered on the play.
Well, that's going to be key for this Colts secondary. You can't let the ball get by in the secondary. Deshaun Watson throws an excellent deep ball. He's got 51 completions from 20 yards or more. Only Patrick Mahomes has more, and so he's a guy that likes to push the ball down the field.
2nd and 10, 33 seconds on the clock. Houston with 2 timeouts remaining, Indy with 3. Watson on the move, now throws, sideline, complete. And once again, that's Jordan Aiken. That stops the clock with 27 to play.
I just love watching Deshaun Watson work. He doesn't get rattled very easily. He's extremely cool, calm, and collected when the heat gets turned up. Having some success, Greg, here in the second quarter, working the tight ends and extended plays from outside the pocket.
Watson has rolled the offense down to the 13-yard line. 3rd and 1. Going to hand it off, and the first down yardage by Davis Johnson to about the 10-yard line. Appears it would be 1st and goal. A timeout is called.
Second charge timeout. Houston. 30-second timeout.
So Houston with 1 timeout remaining, and they'll have 1st and goal from the 10 when we resume play.
I don't know if there's a better quarterback in football getting out of trouble than Deshaun Watson. You know, when it looks like you got him, and it looks like you got him sacked, he finds a hole, he finds a crease, he can step up, he could escape from inside the pocket, you know, by stepping up and out, or he's got the speed and the quickness to get outside the pass rush. He's just, you know, it's amazing to me to see he's been sacked this much when he is a guy that's extremely elusive at the quarterback position.
On 1st and goal.
Get him.
Got rid of it. It'll be 2nd and goal.
The tackles are struggling right now. You look at both tackles are having an issue. They need a firmer pocket. You just watch how the defensive ends of the Colts.
Look at Teray. Teray almost got him.
Deshaun Watson to either step up or to throw the football away. I think Deshaun Watson was hoping for a late hit there, as you see Muhammad take him to the ground.
16 seconds on the clock. Got movement on the offensive line.
I don't know. I didn't see anyone along the offensive line. I think they did.
Encroachment. Defense number 96. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
They got the Nico Autry. What happens, Greg? Sometimes, you know, the defense is looking at that play clock, and it was inside of a second. I mean, that may have had something to do with it. Just watch right here. I think both see that early movement. They're looking at that play clock.
Isn't that discipline?
Like it's a shot clock, and they're trying to jump that snap count.
2nd and goal. Watson dancing, had to throw it away. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Deshaun Watson's thrown the ball away here a couple times in this possession, and they're good decisions. If it's not there, you don't want a negative play. You don't obviously want a sack or a turnover in this part of the field. Throwing the ball away on 1st and 2nd down in 2-minute football is good. It's a good thing.
See what Watson has done on 3rd down. Perfect. On 3rd down, Watson on the move, looking, and that's thrown away again.
Good stop.
Well done by the secondary of the Indianapolis Colts.
They had a Rocky Sin interception all over it.
All 11.
Rocky Sin could have caught that pick if he would have threw it down.
Good job up front with the rush. It's a 4-man rush.
Deshaun threw it out there.
Point out, there's nowhere to throw the football. They force him out of the pocket. Then you look at the secondary, everybody's covered. There's nowhere to throw the football. That's well done by that Colts defensive unit.
All right, they're settling for 3.
Amy Fairbairn. This from 23 yards out.
Yes, good because of this. Yeah.
He's made 46 straight from inside 40 yards. And that one is good, too. Time expires here in the first half. And Romeo Crennel's guys put 3 more on the board. Quite a second quarter comeback by the Houston Texans. That's the end of the first half with the score 14-10 in favor of the Colts. Halftime is next after these first half highlights from Verizon and this word from your local station.
This holiday, get the phones everyone wants.
What's up, Kobe? Toby, what's up? Still up? Yeah, but we should still be up 2 touchdowns. At least he went into the halftime with the lead, right? 2 TDs. Our offense need to regain its groove. Defense needs to stop, allow Watson to scramble out and pressure past the DBs to need to tighten up. If we connect cross routes to Burton, regroup Colts at half, we're a second half team, so the defense should clamp up. We get the ball at half, right? Yeah, we get ball. Yeah, we're a second half team, but the Texans, even the first meeting, was still dotting us up. No matter us being the second half team or not, the zone defense was still getting shredded. I mean, we got lucky with the fumble at the end, but the fact that Deshaun has all that time in the pocket is unacceptable. They got 2 left tackles as backups, and our pass rush is struggling from what they looked like in the first half, in the beginning of the game. They definitely need to tighten up and get back on that pressure, because that's the only way that zone defense is going to work, is if the D-line gets the pressure on the QB. If the D-line doesn't get there, then we're going to get dotted up the whole game. Simple as that. So, I mean, that's unfortunate. We got to rely on pressure to get Deshaun to throw an incompletion or to get sacked. No pressure, no stop. So, and that's only because of the defense, man. Defoe's looking really good, actually. He got 2 sacks, or maybe 3, but still getting pressure on the QB. I feel like this is one of his best games. You got the personnel for it. Yeah, he got 2 sacks. Shout out to the recent subscribers that just subscribed. I appreciate you. Yeah, he got that in like first quarter. You started them in fantasy? That is bad luck, man. I never put Colts players on fantasy team. I feel like that's just bad luck. That's just me. You always start JT. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Not cheering for them. That's good to hear. Appreciate everybody that hit the like button. Our offense played good at the beginning. If Rivers would have not overthrown Burton on that pass, I feel like this game wouldn't have been as close as it should have been because that led us to a punt. And then the defense, I guess, was just not in the zone on that drive and got dissected. But yeah, our offense before that was doing good. It's unfortunate. Welcome back. With their defense. I mean, it disappeared at first. Tuned in from work. Shout out to you, Brendan. Appreciate you. We're just waiting for this halftime stuff to be over so I can turn the game back on. Yeah, they came out. They came out on fire. Like I said, I feel like they just came out too early. NFL app cracked streams. What's up, Jarvis? Stop missing tackles. Yeah. Think we need to run the ball outside. Yep.
That's Siri, who leads the league in rushing yards.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, where the Colts have a 14-10 lead at halftime. Greg Gumbel, Rich Gannon, Jake Keeley is with us as well. It is often said that no matter what the sport, your stars have to play big. And for both these quarterbacks, they both had good days so far in the first half.
Well, Greg, you know I love watching good quarterback play, and that's exactly what we get treated to in this one. Phillip Rivers was terrific in the first half, as was Deshaun Watson. Look at the numbers: 15 of 21 for $199 for Watson, and Rivers 11 of 13 for 109 yards. Both have done a good job taking care of the football, making good decisions, and I'll tell you, it's going to be a great second half. There's a lot at stake in this one.
What do you look for? Because obviously the Colts owned the first quarter and the Texans came back and owned the second quarter.
Well, the Colts had to do a better job containing number 4. I mean, he is just so disruptive when he has the ability to extend plays with his legs. And, you know, it's hard. You got to continue to change up the looks. But if you give him enough time, he could be really effective even throwing the ball from the pocket. That's been the big challenge this year for the Houston Texans. They've not done a good enough job protecting their franchise quarterback, and I'm sure that's something that will be addressed and looked at very hard and long in the offseason.
Are you surprised at how this game changed in the second quarter?
You know, I made the comment to you after the first quarter. I thought this one could get away from us. You know, it was 14-0. The Colts looked unstoppable, and then, you know, the Houston Texans have rallied right back. The one thing we do know, Greg, with a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, they're never out of it. This guy is the ultimate competitor. He has the ability to put his team on his back. We've seen that time and time again from Deshaun Watson.
Ashton Newland decides not to return this one. The touchback, and we go down to Jay.
Greg, I talked with both the coaches. Romeo Crennel said, we got to be more solid in the interior. They're only rushing 4. Give Deshaun Watson time to throw that ball. Frank Reich says, keep our foot on the pedal. Don't let up. We got to score more points, like what they were doing defensively outside of the one big play. But love the pressure they were getting on Deshaun Watson.
All right, Jay, thank you.
And Greg, remember, you know, in the first game between these two teams, the Colts didn't score a single point in the second half. The only 2 points that they scored came from the defense off the safety of Deshaun Watson. So they've been hot and cold against this Houston defense. 14 points in the first quarter, shutout in the second quarter.
Does that tell you anything about adjustments?
Tells you that Romeo Crennel is really good at making adjustments in game.
That pass is complete, and across the 35 to about the 38-yard line is Michael Pittman. As Rivers starts off with the pass complete.
First catch of the day for Pittman. He's going to be a good one once he figures it out. Love his size and speed.
6'4", 223, the second round draft pick out of USC. On first down, this is Hines. Hines with a blocker in front of him. And across the 45, lost the ball, but covered by a teammate.
I think it came out when he hit the ground. Probably going to call that one dead. Just watch as he goes to the ground, he gets tripped up, and the ball comes out right there. And that is not a fumble. Called by the officials.
The line of scrimmage is the 47. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Philip Rivers does so much communicating at the line of scrimmage. He tells everybody what to do.
Rivers over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Pascal and broken up by Eric Murray. You know, we just saw Nyheim Hines. It's delight talking to him the other day. He's telling us about his days as a track star.
Well, he was a really good track star, Greg. Actually, an All-American sprinter at NC State. 10.29 100 meter. He can flat out fly.
The pitch and going to the outside and turning the corner is Jonathan Taylor. And Taylor to the 45 of the Texans for a first down. Get down to Jay.
Greg, what makes this Colts team special is that they're unselfish and they really celebrate each other's successes. When Pascal had the touchdown in the first half, I saw the defensive players getting up, imitating his move, just so happy. When Hines does his play, they're excited. Every guy on this team excited for each other's success. That's the kind of team you want to play for, Rich.
No question, Jay, especially when it's at your position.
Jonathan Taylor makes a move at the line of scrimmage and bursts inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Well, just to pay off what Jay had to say, I mean, guys get excited when another player does well at their position. And not only that, but they're willing to help and share their knowledge with younger players. Jay talked about a selfless group. You look at Nyheim Hines. He's really done a nice job taking, Jonathan Taylor under his wings. T.Y. Hilton with Michael Pittman. That's not always the case with veteran players.
On 2nd and 4, this is Taylor again, and Taylor gets the first down and more. Pulls his way inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Jay.
Well, guys, I think Philip Rivers loves this team because of that aspect. All the guys taking mentorship roles, really helping these guys become better. You've seen this team get better and better throughout the season. I think that's one reason why Philip Rivers could be back here next year.
You always want to be playing your best football late in the season when it matters the most. This is a team that's won 4 of the last 5, and I think is peaking at the right time.
To keep it on the ground and going straight ahead and through a hole to the 20-yard line. Once again, Nyheim Hines.
There we go, Coach.
One of the things that Philip Rivers talked to us about was he said that you look at Nyheim Hines and doesn't get the credit for being a really good runner between the tackles. We talk a lot about his great speed, but he can also be very effective between the tackles.
So once again, favorable short yardage, 2nd and 2. Going to keep it on the ground, and Hines this time gets hit early. J.J. Watt.
This is the first time, Greg, we called J.J. Watt's name today. He's been quiet. I don't know if it's they're running the ball away from him, or I give some credit to the job that Costanzo, Nelson, Kelly, Golinski, and Smith are doing up front. Just watch him. He's working on the tight end, and he is so good when runs go away from him and chasing him down on the backside. When those runs come, he works right flat down the line of scrimmage.
Jacoby Brissett in at quarterback, and he gives the handoff to Taylor. And that gets them the first down.
Jacoby Brissett's going to stay in there on 1st and 10. They've got a little package of plays for him. We see a lot of it in short yardage and goal line situations. We saw some wildcat last week with the back, so they've got a little package of plays that they like dialed up every week for Jacoby Brissett. I'd like to see him throw it once, Greg. I'm not sure the Texans would be expecting that right now.
Play fake. He's going to roll and look and throw to the end zone. Incomplete.
Great example of another unselfish player. Starting quarterback a year ago. He's come in. He's accepted his role. I think he was in between what to do here, whether he was going to run or try and throw the ball back across the field to T.Y. Hilton. I think he was expecting T.Y. to keep working back. It's tough when you don't get a lot of reps in practice. You don't even get a chance to warm up. They just throw you right in the middle of the game cold and ask you to make a big throw down in the red zone.
Yeah, but at least there's a package for you.
As a package, you got to feel good about that.
Rivers back to the quarterback on 2nd and 10. That time gets rid of it and hit immediately after making the catch. It's Jonathan Taylor.
We talked with Tyrell Adams last night, Greg. Second on the team in sacks with 95. And that number would be even higher if he didn't play alongside Zach Cunningham. He talked about the healthy competition between himself and Cunningham. This guy is a really good player. At 17 tackles in the game on Thanksgiving against the Lions.
If he had known he had that many, he would have stayed on the field instead of taking himself out.
He's mad he didn't have 20.
3rd and 10. Rivers with a quick toss to Taylor, and Taylor inside 20 to about 17, and that'll bring on the field goal unit.
Good stop by the Houston defense.
On 4th and 10, Rodrigo Blankenship. What he's done on the season, 27 out of 30, with a long of 44 twice, this one from 35. Out of the hold by Sanchez. The hold is good, the kick is good, 3 more on the board.
Boy, coach sure know how to keep a game good. Why we stop running? Because it's coach. Same reason why they kept in Jacoby on 1st and 10 after they getting the first down. Why? I don't know. That drive was wasted. Just need to contain Watson. We should be up a lot more right now. Yep, tell me about it, Sean. Appreciate you for stopping by. Letting them hang around? Yep. Marlon Mack tweeted, he said, run the damn ball.
We talked about these games earlier as being of exceptional interest to the Colts in their fans. Miami with a 1-point lead over New England, Baltimore thumping Jacksonville, and Tennessee looking to go 10-4, as are the Colts. Scotty Phillips deep. This one returnable. Phillips from the 6. Little running room, breaks through and across the 30 to about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. Texans nominee for the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award is Michael Thomas, Houston native. He's always been at the forefront of social justice initiatives, focusing on advocacy and education to drive legislative change in the community. The Colts nominee, Jacoby Brissett, who hosted his Start the Cycle event in his hometown of Riviera Beach, Florida, and distributed bicycles, backpacks, and meals to local children in need. Jacoby has also led the charge in the Colts Breaking Barriers Team initiative to battle systemic racism. To learn more, NFL.com/Man of the Year.
Just recognized Jacoby in the stadium. Public address announcer. Congratulations to both of those.
Watson throwing to the outside, and the catch is made and then lost out of bounds by David Johnson.
Double roll down, yeah.
Catches this, he gets both feet on the ground.
Bumble went out.
Secures it. Punches it out. The Colts do a great job of working on ball extraction every day in practice. It's a big reason why we've got 24 takeaways on the season.
Johnson, penalty markers down, and Johnson weaving his way to midfield, or a yard shy of it. Let's check the flag.
Illegal formation. Offense number 63 was uncovered at the tackle position. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
That's Roderick Johnson, who's filling in for the injured Titus Howard.
The problem up here that someone's got to be on the line of scrimmage. The receiver makes a mistake, doesn't get on the line of scrimmage. That's not on Johnson, that's on the receiver. Knowing that he's to the open side, he has to cover up the tackle. We talked about missed assignments and mental errors that just pile up, and it's a big reason why the Texans have won just 4 games this season.
On 2nd and 11. Johnson over the middle and through the hands of QT. Get up, Jay.
Shout out to QT for dropping that.
Defense coordinator Matt Eberflus has his hits, intensity, taking the ball away, and situationally smart. He wants his team to have a 90% or better grade on hustle. He's got his all-hustle team, and he puts that accountability sheet up there for everyone to see. Rich, that's what I love about it. Doesn't matter if you're a star player, if you just came there, everyone can see whether or not you're hustling, and that creates great accountability, and you can see that on that defense.
You can see them flying around, Jay, and the hustle. Those 6 categories are important, and they're graded on every single snap.
3rd and 11. Watson running out of
Get
time.
him.
Now pulls it down, and he's going to throw, and he hits his man. Out to midfield, David Johnson, and more. Johnson inside the 40.
Well, first of all, it starts with great protection, but just watch David Johnson. He's going to work out, then he works all the way back across the field, and the quarterback just works all around. I mean, this is just a 3-man rush. I think it's a mistake to rush just 3. Actually, it's a 4-man rush. But still, Deshaun Watson just keeps it alive, and David Johnson has done a nice job not only running the football today, but he's leading the Texans in receptions with 4 for 65 yards.
Buddy Howell. Where David Johnson is going to be forever known as the guy who came back in the trade for DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah,
and he's got a lot of performance in order to reach that status.
Yeah, and in fairness to him, Greg, he's never going to be able to replace the production. They play different positions, but I just, as much as I admired and respect Bill O'Brien, I just think that was maybe his worst decision. I mean, you get rid of a franchise-type player in the prime of his career, and you bring in a back that has shown some flashes, but hasn't shown the consistency that a lot of people expected from David Johnson.
Watson dodges one defender up the middle and inside the 30, close to the 25-yard line, where he's brought down by Anthony Walker.
Well, this was a mistake. He just turned Darius Leonard loose. I mean, they don't even block him. But watch Deshaun Watson make a miss and turn what would have been a negative play into a positive play. This is just a terrific play by a really smart, talented quarterback that knows what to do in a critical situation.
First down from the 27. Watson rolling, looking, and throws on the sideline. Let's see if he's inbounds with the catch. He is ruled good with the reception. That's Brandon Cooks.
Just watch him tiptoe on the boundary. Question is that it's really close. It looks like he's in bounds, though.
Don't waste the challenge.
Hard to tell from that angle.
7 yards, 2nd and 3. David Johnson, the back behind Watson. Play fake to him. And the pass to him. Looking for running room. Inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line and about a yard short of a first down. David Johnson on the day. 30 yards rushing, 67 yards on the receiving end.
And remember now, Greg, they're showing a couple running backs. Duke Johnson out. CJ Procise out with an ankle. So Romeo Cornell doesn't have 3 or 4 backs that they can roll through there. They've got a couple of younger backs that we've seen already, including Buddy Howell, but most of it has been David Johnson in the running game and the passing game for the Texans.
By the way, the right tackle, Titus Howard, has now been ruled out for the rest of the game with a concussion. 3rd and 1.
Option.
Watson with a burst to the 16-yard line. And a first down.
This guy will do whatever it takes to win, even if it means running the option. You see, come down the line of scrimmage. We saw some of this at Clemson with Deshaun Watson. I was mentioning during the break, Greg, to you that this is a guy, there's not a lot of them in our league, but he makes others around him better. And that's a special quality and trait that Deshaun Watson has at the quarterback position.
Boy, look at the yardage Houston has piled up since that first quarter. They're looking for a tying touchdown here. First down. Straight ahead, Buddy Howell, and not much there. Just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's a hard thing to do to chase Deshaun Watson around all day, and that can wear down a defensive line and their ability to rush the passer. We've seen a number of different personnel groups, rotations up front with that defensive line, trying to keep them fresh.
11th play of this drive. Watson under pressure, throws near side, complete inside the 10-yard line. Goes Scotty Phillips.
What's going on, Greg? We're getting destroyed. Our defense is getting destroyed.
That's running backs up and available. This is their 3rd one. Scotty Phillips does a nice job running a little flat route out of the backfield. Picking up another first down.
1st and goal.
We're getting beat up on the pass game, per usual. Because the pressure can't get the QB.
Red zone for the Texans today, and they came away with a field goal. So here come the Titans, or the Texans, with 3 tight ends. And
Yep, used our challenge.
And Bill Vinovich takes a trip to the near sideline to
Let's
talk
go.
over with Frank Reich.
Indianapolis challenging ruling on the field with the spot with regard to a first down. Timeout.
So Frank Reich says, take a look at it. They will do just that with 2 minutes, 2 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Are y'all entertained by our second half team? Do you like what you see? Got to get a lot more pressure on Watson and run left.
On CBS is sponsored by LLB. Be an outsider. Pepsi, made for football, watching. And by the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Bill Vinovich with the
After
call.
reviewing the play, the runner stepped out of bounds, short of the line of the gain. It'll be 3rd and a half to the 6.5. Indianapolis wins the challenge and not charge the timeout. Please reset the game clock to 2:35. We'll wind both on my whistle.
Good challenge.
Yeah, you just watch the right foot of Scotty Phillips. Looks like it goes out of bounds. It's hard to tell where the ball is when the right foot hits the out of bounds. Chalk, and good challenge by Frank Wright.
Because you never know what can happen.
But you know, when you look at this situation, if I'm Romeo Cornell, and we've got a 4-9 football team, in the back of my mind, I've got 2 shots to pick up a foot. I mean, I'm going to go for it on 4th down. So I've got 2 cracks at it. I expect David Johnson or even Deshaun Watson to sneak it here. They only need about a foot. Oh, that's bad. That's by the tight end. That's
Well started. Offensive line. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
it's both of them, Greg. We could just circle both of them.
Correction, 88.
I think one leans on the other. It's just right here. This is just bad football. They have nothing to do with what's going to happen inside, and they both jump the gun, and now all of a sudden you put yourself in, instead of 3rd and a foot, now you've got 3rd and almost 6th.
So how does that challenge by Frank Wright look now?
Looks really good.
2:15 to play here in the 3rd. Watson for Johnson. Johnson.
Good stop.
From trouble and goes down.
Thank you.
Was Kenny Moore, Defensive Player of the Week.
Obviously, I mentioned 4-down territory, Greg, but not when you've got to pick up 7 yards. You kick the field goal here in the 3rd quarter, but what a mistake, a costly mistake for the Houston Texans.
From inside the 40, Fairbairn has made 47 consecutive field goals. This one from 31. Just hit the upright and bounced it through.
It really isn't, John. I'm surprised he made that.
That one counts too. 17-13.
I can't believe he made that.
Yeah, I know. You got to keep one.
Don't do it unless it's 3rd and 1. No.
Yeah. Yep, that's a huge one right there. And I mean, that's also another thing we haven't really given a lot of credit to this Colts defense is that in the red zone and situations where Houston has had us in several different occasions, the Colts defense has really stepped up and stopped them right where it counts.
Yeah, that's huge. Besides that, this communication, they're pretty good. And then stop them. All right. And he will not return this one as it bounces into and through the end zone for the touchback. Saturday on CBS, another top 20 college basketball matchup. Number 17 Virginia Cavaliers take on number 1 Gonzaga. The Bulldogs and the Cavaliers tip off 4 p.m. Eastern time yesterday here on CBS. Gonzaga knocked off 3rd-ranked Iowa 99-88. This is the building, by the way, that's going to host the Final Four.
It's a great building for that. Great city that knows how to put on major championships.
Rivers. All kinds of time. Throwing. That is complete.
Let's go, Pascal. Come on. Come on, Pascal.
For the first down.
Come on.
Really good protection. It's a 7-man protection. If we keep both tight ends in.
Come on, Pascal.
You just watch Pascal. He's going to run the deep cross. Gets on top of the linebackers. That is a perfect throw from Philip Rivers.
Naheem Hines checks into the backfield. That's a 24-yard pickup. 4 catches, 74 yards for Pascal this afternoon. Last 35 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Hines.
Yes.
First.
Come on.
Right out of the backfield and out to the 40-yard line for a first down. Tyrell Adams making the stop.
Really enjoyed our conversation with Hines. He says he looks himself like a 6th man. You know, he's not the starter, but he starts when he gets in there. He is a really talented player.
Time winding down here in the 3rd. Let's see if Rivers tries to draw the defense again.
Right, Greg. He tried. The discipline from that Houston front.
We got to tell Philip that stuff doesn't work when your eye can figure it out.
It's into the 3rd quarter. (17-13) as we enter the 4th quarter.
Yep,
I finally freaking got it, man.
What's up, Rosa?
Jesus. It took forever.
Glad you finally figured it out.
It finally just decided to hop back to the original spot.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, how about this offensive line? They've been good, man.
Yeah.
That's something we struggled with.
This game's going back quick. Hey, man, running that football, playing the clock.
1 sack where actually it was kind of Philip Rivers' fault for pushing into the blitz to begin with. So,
yep.
You know, I mean, his offensive line's been really good, and yeah, when your running backs are averaging 7 yards a carry, you're doing something right.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it has been insane ever since the Colts played the Tennessee Titans that first week, that first matchup. It has been a completely different story for Indianapolis's offensive line. Ever since then, they have really been picking up the run blocking. We said it through the first half of the season. That what is up with the run blocking? What is up with that right now? Now the Colts are running the ball better, just about as well as any other team in the NFL right now.
Yes, sir.
Hey, our boy Colts Talk is in here. Make sure y'all do what this man says. Hit that freaking like button. We are at 103 likes on the stream so far.
Very nice.
We need to run the ball facts.
But there's 150 people.
Yeah, we could win.
150 likes.
We definitely should. And whoever the 2 dislikes are, I don't like you either.
I think we know who won this.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think we do. Oh, man.
It's funny, like people come on here, they not everybody, but a few people sometimes will talk crap, and then when we fire back at them, they're like, "Oh, you're so sensitive." And like,
Yeah, I mean, we're just responding to your criticism.
Come on, game. Come back on. Let's get this show on the road.
Along with our producer, Jonathan Siegel, our director, Mark Brandt, Rich Gannon, Jake Feely, Greg Gumbel. We start the fourth quarter, 17-13.
Greg, you left Buddy the Elf out. Greg, come on. Rivers just does such a great job at the line of scrimmage. He tells everybody what to do. He gets them the best play based on the front and the coverage.
Here's Taylor with a blocker in front of him. Bounces off tacklers and spins down at about the 36-yard line.
Come on, Taylor.
Crossing towards the middle.
That's a good tackle by Keon Crossing. I think that surprised Jonathan Taylor. Crossing came up there with a purpose. Just watch Crossing. Just watch this hit. Watch Taylor. Stopped in
I feel like Nelson was just
That's
like
well done.
just lost on that run block.
You liked it.
Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6.
Same play?
Breaking tackles along the way. But
What's up, Diego? One touchdown to wrap it up. That's all we need, man. We need a touchdown.
Get some help.
Put pressure on Watson.
Secondary had a run defense that's been their Achilles heel all season. Second to last in rushing yards allowed. Allowed an NFL high 7 individual 100-yard rushers, so they've been forced to load up the box, bring those safeties and corners down to help in run support.
Naheem Hines is back on the field for 3rd down. And Hines now moves to the slot. Rivers throwing. Incomplete. That was for Hines. Let's go down to Jay.
Well, you got a field goal here. Blankenship hasn't made a kick over 44 yards. He had an excellent rookie season, but he hasn't been tested. He went back to 55 in college, and I saw him in warm-ups go back to about the same. But it's an interesting decision. You're down 4. You're going to kick a long field goal with your rookie. If he's going to make big kicks, Rich, in the playoffs, this is the kind of kick he's got to make.
Yes, these are big ones, Jay. This is what you work on in practice. It takes a good snap, a good hold, and obviously a kicker that can drive it from outside of 50.
From 53 yards. On its way.
On the money.
And long enough. Rodrigo Blankenship, the rookie out of Georgia, puts 3 more on the board for the Colts.
This holiday,
Yeah, that's the longest in his. Yeah, that's the longest kick. He said, "Hot Rod better make it." You made that thing. Just need to contain their offense. Talk about it. 53. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. If you're new, hit the like button. Also subscribe if you're new. 53. We don't deserve to win. Man, this defense is just weird, dude. Like, the scheme, I respect. Like, if it's 2 receivers on the field, I understand the 4-3 zone. But if you have 3 receivers on the field and 2 tight ends, or maybe 1, I feel like we should not be in a 4-3 zone defense. That's just me.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Jeep. There's
Whoa.
only one.
Whoa,
And
Diego.
by Old Navy.
I made a video about Phillip. We're not doing that. Tell me why. Tell me why we should cut him.
Back to the fine city of Indianapolis and Lucas Oil Stadium. Scotty Phillips is deep. A yard deep in the end zone. Here comes Phillips. Shakes the tackler at the 15 and rolls forward to about the 19-yard line. I want to remind you, Christmas Day kicks off 4 straight days of NFL football, including a Saturday triple header.
What's up, Tyrell?
Sunday and Monday
We
night.
can't stop the Texans.
To everyone.
Chad Henson, practice squad, man.
Games late December. That's just what the league wants. Divisional games are always so important. You look at the Texans at 4-9. Doesn't matter. You put these 2 teams together, it's always going to be close. Last 13 meetings between the Texans and Colts have been decided by a single-digit margin.
David Johnson out of the backfield. That's first down yardage and then some. Brought down by Xavier Rhodes.
David Johnson has made the first defender miss most of the time today, whether it's in the running game or the passing game. He was looking for a ball, and they're going to send him right back after. You mentioned, Greg, he's going to have not only a busy day, but it's been a productive day so far. He leads the team in receptions with 7.
Shout out to everybody that's in here. Hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe also if you're
7 rushing attempts.
new. He's actually playing, Logan.
Watson on first down. Quick look, quick throw, and this is Johnson. Across the 35 to about the 38.5-yard line.
He's got a good set of hands, and that's why
I just hope stay disciplined on the deep passes for now.
Make the decision to make the trade. And the numbers and how productive he was with the Cardinals in 2016. And unfortunately for the Texans this year, it's been kind of a slow year. He's missed some games with some injuries, but they just haven't been able to run the football effectively. They're second to last in rushing, and that's been a huge problem for this Houston offense.
On 2nd and 5, this is Scotty Phillips. That'll be about a yard shy.
3rd and short, y'all. 3rd and short.
Back to our New York studio.
We have Andy Dalton to Dalton Schultz. That's right, Dalton to Dalton. Breaks the tackle at the 5 and fights his way into the pylon. That right there is a touchdown, a strong one. The Cowboys, they lead 24-17. Back to Greg Gumbel, Rich Gannon, and Jay Feely.
All right, Nate, thank you.
Dalton to Dalton sound like a law firm.
3rd and 1. Give it to David Johnson to get the
Good style. Let's go. Come on, Depot.
At the 43-yard line.
Just watch DeForest Buckner and Darius Leonard and the safety, Justin Blackman. This is well done. Just all meet at the point of attack. Okereke.
It's a beautiful 3rd down stop. Beautiful.
Point from earlier, where it's not much yardage to get, but you got to be able to get it when you need it.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback that can make it either by throwing it or running it. So you've got a couple different ways to go there. But most importantly, when it's all said and done, I want to make sure that number 4 has the ball in his hands.
4th and 1. He's going to keep it.
There you go.
And he will turn the corner and get the first down.
That was nice. Watson got the edge. We almost got it. We got the edge. That was
It's
nice.
a good-looking block from the tight end, Farrell Brown, but see the tight end, he's going to work back across the formation, and he gets the block.
What a
The
shoot.
linebacker, Okereke, and Sean Watson does the rest. That's the beauty of having a quarterback that has that type of skill set. Just want to look at the offensive coordinator there, Jim Kelly. You just want to make sure that he has the ball in his hands with the opportunity to make a play.
Watson under pressure, throwing, got his man wide open inside the 35 to the 30-yard line. Kahali Waring for the first down.
Really, both teams have had great success with these deep crosses. You just watch the tight end. He's working all the way across the field. They're getting behind the linebackers between the corners and safeties. That's Xavier Rhodes who's trying to trail cover, Waring the tight end.
That's a 23-yard kick up to the 30. They're handing off and getting a little yardage inside the 25-yard line is Buddy Howell. Okereke with the stop. This feels a lot like the game we did 2 weeks ago between this team, where the Colts had the game, but really could never shake the Houston Texans, not until the very end.
They're a hard team to put away because of the X factor. That's Deshaun Watson, Greg. And, anytime, you get two teams, divisional teams that know each other well, it's always going to be a fist fight. It's always going to come down to a couple plays late in the game that decide who ultimately wins and who loses.
The pass to the near side of the field, and the catch is made by Jordan Akins, and that is another Houston first down as the Texans continue the march.
These games, how close they've been. Talked to both these coaches about the fact we just played 2 weeks ago. And Frank Reich had a great approach. He said, look, there's a couple different ways to look at it. We do what we do best. Just change up the look and appearance each week and some window dressing. And then you also have to be aware of the opponent's personnel.
You out with the Texans?
Guys like Buckner and Leonard are lined up every single snap.
Watson. Short pop over the middle. That's complete to Johnson out of the backfield. He ducks inside the 10. They're going to mark him down at the 10. Darius Leonard taking the tackle. Third red zone trip for these Houston Texans. They came away with field goals their 2 previous trips.
Watson has done a really nice job being patient and working the ball underneath against a lot of these zone coverages that he has seen from the Colts defense. A big reason why David Johnson has 9 catches for 90 yards. Most of them coming with him working from the backfield.
For the 8th time this season, Deshaun Watson has eclipsed the 300-yard passing mark. Watson with the pass, touchdown! Kiki QT. What a nice little fake by Deshaun Watson.
He sells it.
Oh, my God.
The run action up inside. That does just enough to get the squeeze and the hold of the linebackers. You see QT, he just squeezes in right away. Just runs that little dart route between the linebacker and the safeties. That's well done.
That is Deshaun Watson's career high 27th touchdown pass this season. Fairbairn for the tie. He's got it. 7:25 to play in the 4th quarter. Indianapolis and the Texans all tied up.
Let's see what you got, Oculus.
What happened to the defense? I told you guys. I told you. At the beginning, I told you. I said we played on fire too early.
Feel the frustration. Oh, I thought the defense normally has been really good in the second half. They have not been anywhere near that this game.
Yep, it just seems like the Houston Texans have the number for Indianapolis this game. Craig Needler with a $5 super chat. Colts are 28-9 against the Texans all time. I'm not worried. Well, I wish I could say the same thing, Craig, but appreciate the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. But man, I mean, this is going to be tough.
You know,
He'll just got to get the ball to T.Y. more. I wish it was that easy. All we have to do is just run the clock. If we manage the clock and get in a field goal range, we should be fine. We just got to get the ball down the field. Simple as that. Don't try to force any bad passes. Just try to get the ball down the field and, you know, let nature's play its course with this game, even though it shouldn't be this close. We barely won last time. Yeah, I talked about that.
$313 yards throwing for Deshaun Watson today. 2 touchdowns as he and the Texans have pulled into a 2020 tie. Ashton Doolin will not return this one, and the Colts will again start from their own 25-yard line. Coming up next, one of our key matchups of the season. 2 of the league's best, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees making his return. Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up next here on CBS. We like to talk about quarterback battles at the top of the day. Richard, how about this one?
That's going to be a shootout. Everyone's anxious to see what Drew Brees can do for Greg in his return. Sean Payton was sneaky early in the week. Everyone maybe felt like Drew wouldn't play this week, but was able to make it through practice. And I expect that'll be a high-scoring shootout between 2 really good quarterbacks.
Here's Phillip Rivers now trying to find some of that magic he had in the first half. He hasn't had any in the second half or much of it. That pass is incomplete.
Right side, Jonathan Taylor's wide open.
By Vernon Hargreaves.
Really good coverage. You mentioned Hargreaves, Greg. He is right there. He almost runs the route for T.Y. Hilton. Just nowhere to go with the ball. That was look at the numbers for Phillip Rivers in the second half. They just haven't had a lot of snaps offensively. And the Texans have done a nice job clamping down on these Colt receivers.
Rivers completes it to Hilton, and Hilton
Whoa!
across the 33-yard line, and Hilton.
Where's the flag?
Lasso right around the neck.
Yeah, he got yanked pretty good.
There's no flag for that?
He wants to just shake it off and return to the hole, but now he's coming to the sideline.
Grabbed him by the throat almost.
Take a look at how Houston has dominated time of possession in this half. 3rd and 2. Ashton Doolin has replaced Hilton on the field. Rivers under pressure, got rid of it over the middle. That is complete.
Thank you.
Then across the 40 to the 43-yard line is Trey Burton for the first down.
Trey Burton is wide open. They just run a little crossing route. He's just going to work right across the field. And there's a lot of traffic as you see the Texans blitz. And you had all 3 tight ends over there. You had Jack Doyle, you had Mo Alley Cox, and Trey Burton was able to sneak out of the pile and come wide open.
J.J. Watt says hello to Phillip Rivers. T.Y. Hilton back on the field along with Zach Pascal. And Ashton Doodle. They will keep it on the ground.
Yes. Yes. Give him the football. Give him the football.
Whistle down at the Houston 45. Update time once again. Let's get you back to Nate Burleson at the NFL today in New York. Nate.
The Titans in scoring position, and Ryan Tannehill keeps it to himself. That is a 3-yard run. They would go for a 2-point conversion, extend the lead.
The Lions going to lose, guys.
18. Back to Greg Gumbel, Rich Gannon, Jay Fever.
All right,
I see you in there.
The Tennessee Titans looking like they will move to 10-4 on the season. Indianapolis with a win here would do the same, but right now they're in a 20-all tie. Rivers to throw. Out into the flat. That pass is complete to Taylor, and Taylor hit hard at the 40-yard line. Reminder for you, CBS tonight, if there was ever a year to come together and celebrate, this is it. Join Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood. They take requests and play their holiday favorites. Garth and Trisha live tonight on CBS. Second and 5. Taylor going nowhere. First guy to hit him was Cunningham.
Bad run.
The reason why, Greg, he leads the National Football League in tackles. He's got a nose for the football. I'm talking to Tyrell Adams last night. He said it's hard to beat this guy to the ball. I mean, he's like a dart. It's like a heat-seeking missile. He just knows how to head downhill in a hurry and find the ball carrier.
Told that Cunningham has 9 tackles so far this afternoon. Here's a 3rd and 7. Quick pass on the slant. That pass is complete to Michael Pittman. And Pittman right at the first down marker. Looks like he might be less than a yard short of first down.
This is why you love the bigger receivers. You see the blitz that comes up inside, and Rivers smartly gets the ball to Pittman. But I think, Greg, that's so close. He may just be about a 6 inches short.
So Jacoby Brissett has come onto the field now on
We're
this.
going 4 on 4. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Can't get the Texans to jump just yet.
He's going to snap it for sure.
On the sneak.
Yes! Let's go. Oh, my God. I can't believe we got that, bro. Oh, man. Thank you, Jacoby.
Does a nice job with the Canes. Give him a couple hard counts and then go for it, and then get him on the 3rd one with the quarterback sneak. It doesn't hurt to have a couple Pro Bowlers in front of you.
Man.
So the Colts now at the 34 of the Houston Texans, first down. Rivers throwing outside incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. The 2nd and 10, we got a flag down.
Pass interference. Offense number 11.
Come on, Pittman. Oh, my God.
Call that
Pittman.
one on the rookie.
Why?
Runs into the defender that was.
Oh, my gosh. No.
I think he runs into Crossman that was covering T.Y. Hilton.
Depending on what side of the field you're on, that's either a pick or a rub, right?
Yeah, exactly. Colts wanted it to be a rub and turned into a pick. You can't extend your arms. I think that's where it got Pittman in trouble.
So here's a 1st and 20 as Rivers operates from the 44. Rivers deep this side of the field and incomplete out of bounds.
Just ran out of real estate on the boundary. Pretty good coverage. See him working between the corner Hargraves and the safety Murray, and that's not even close.
2nd and 20.
The one thing Rivers does a nice job, and he spreads the ball around. Excellent ball distribution. Colts have 8 different players with 200 or more receiving yards, which is most in the league. Phillip doesn't discriminate. If you're open, he'll throw it to you.
Here's Rivers on 2nd and 20. Down the middle of the field.
Let's go! Let's go, T.Y.! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my God! Oh my God! What a pass! Oh my goodness!
Just working right down the middle of the field. You're going to watch both safeties. This is 2 deep coverage.
What a dot!
Cover and carry the number 3 vertical.
A dot!
That's simply a mismatch.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. 2 minutes to play here in the 4th.
That was insane. A beautiful pass. Insane, man. Whew. That was a beautiful pass. A beautiful pass by Rivers. Beautiful. How did he know he was going to be open down the middle of the field? How? And what was this at earlier? Oh my goodness, man. 2 minutes left, and it's just another roller coaster, man. Another roller coaster game against a Texans team that's not going to make the playoffs. They just always fight hard every time, man. Every time you play them, they're going to fight hard, even if they know they're not making the playoffs. It's insane. It's insane, man. This team is crazy. This Texans team is crazy. They just don't know when to quit. They're just going to fight every time. They're going to fight every time.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by K Jewelers because we believe that love is unstoppable. And by Verizon, the network more people rely on.
Welcome back. Remind you to stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Pizza Hut, time permitting. Our guys in the studio getting you caught up on all of the latest NFL scores and highlights. Houston's defense, which entered the week ranked 31st in the NFL, allowed 350 total yards in 18 straight games. And the Colts today have put 348. They're up against them.
Yeah, they're on pace to be just the 2nd team ever to allow at least 250 or more passing yards and 150 rushing yards per game in a season. You go all the way back to the 81 Colts, the last team to do that.
1st and goal. Jonathan Taylor can't find room to cut back and is brought down by Tyrell Adams.
It's a really nice job by Merciless initially setting the edge and forcing that run back up his side.
First charge timeout.
He got some help from Tyrell Adams.
Houston calls a timeout, stops the clock with 1:49 to play here in Indy.
What's up, Max? I mean, I already knew. I could have sworn I said the Titans were going to win that game.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The rugged truck and SUV lineup from Honda. And by Burger King. Mix and match 2 of your Burger King favorites for just $5.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. The Colts in a dogfight with the Tennessee Titans for the top spot in the AFC South. Tennessee winning their game. Colts looking for the lead here. 2nd and goal from the 5. Rivers to this side and looking for the end zone.
Let's go! Touchdown, Basco!
What a great effort. I think he gets it. Watch him lower the boom on Hargraves and then extend the left hand.
Let's go!
Really well done by Basco. A terrific game for the Colts. Colts with 5 receptions for 79 yards and touchdowns. That was a great individual effort. Watch him extend with that left arm. That's well done.
Blankenship lines up for the extra point. 26-20 was the final score 2 weeks ago in Houston. This one is 27.
Let's go.
A minute 47 to play. T.Y. Hilton's 41-yard reception set it all up. We'll be back to Indy after this.
You never know. We can win. Uh-oh. ND Sports 1 tweeted it. He said it's Kenny Moore time. He said it's Kenny Moore time. Whenever he says something like that, it happens. Whenever he says something like that, it happens. He said it's Kenny Moore time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
getting the football with 2 timeouts remaining.
Hit that like button if you're new. Also subscribe if you're new.
Scotty Phillips will not return this one as it bounces into and through the end zone for the touchback. We started the day talking about the AFC playoff picture. Best record in the league. Gets the first 5. The other 3 division winners will host a game at home and looking for a wild card, Indianapolis Colts.
Tennessee leads Detroit 39-18. Not going to get any help there. So Frank Wright needs some help from his defense right now.
Deshaun Watson, off of 11 straight complete passes. Goes to work from the 25. Off the hand of his tight end, Jordan Akins. It'll be
Sorry, Willis.
Colts defense.
Sorry, Willis.
As well as they've played this year, they've not played particularly well in the last month and a half in terms of pass defense. They've allowed a 300-yard passer 5 times this season, and 4 have come in the last 5 games. Of course, you look at Deshaun Watson, already over 300 yards in this one.
Here comes the blitz. Watson steps up and now on the move. And looking for the first down. He's very close to it. And there are flags on the far side of the field. Xavier Rhodes was the Indy cornerback closing on Watson.
Xavier Rhodes, he tries to turn away. Watch Rhodes. He's going to lower the shoulder, then he turns away.
Defense number 27. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
But you just can't do it because, look, his left foot his right foot's out of bounds. And
why would you go for
quarterback, you have to know better. You have to pull up on the boundary. These officials can do everything they can to protect these quarterbacks from those unwarranted hits on the boundary. See, big penalty for Rose.
Last 4 drives by the Texans. Touchdown, field goal, and touchdown. Watson under pressure, throws near side of the field. That is complete. And out of bounds close to the 45 is Jordan Akins. Clock continues to, it's stopped now at 1:30.
Colts continue to bring the blitz. See Darius Leonard, he comes from depth.
Second and 5. Watson, this side of the field again. The catch is made by Brandon Cooks, and the officials say he got both feet down.
That was such a good throw. He had to throw that over the corner and in between the corner and the safety, and Brandon Cooks gets both feet down. That was a terrific throw by Deshaun Watson. A great catch by Brandon Cooks on the boundary.
16 yards and a first down to the 30. Watson over the middle, complete. David Johnson to the 20. And the clock continues to move, coming up on 1:10 to play in regulation.
Plenty of time with a couple timeouts to spare.
Watson dancing to the outside.
Yes! Yes! DeForest Buckner with another sack.
That's just a terrific effort, Greg, by DeForest Buckner. I mean, my goodness.
Second charge timeout.
I mean, just watch the effort from Buckner. He's
30 seconds
working
timeout.
inside and he doesn't give up on this. He's got a double team. There's double team, and he comes off the double team, and he just leaves his feet. He's able to get the ankle of Deshaun Watson. That is just a terrific effort. Jake Feely talked earlier about how Matt Eberflus, the defensive coordinator, grades these guys on intensity and hustle. That's a great example of it right there.
Rich, how about for the second time in 3 weeks, we are witnessing these 2 teams coming down the stretch, and Houston with a chance at winning.
What's up, Jared?
We saw this a couple
Buckner's a monster,
ago, Greg, and what happened? We got a bad snap.
A monster.
Something take for granted that center quarterback has changed. Got to be at your best late in games. Just can't have any physical or mental errors in this part of the field.
Watson needs the 10-yard line for a first down. 2nd and 16. Penalty markers fly. Movement up front.
It's going to be on Johnson, the right tackle.
Let's go! Well start, baby. Boy.
Out of the game in the first half with a concussion.
Gets a little jumpy there. Why not? He's blocking Justin Houston, who's had some of his best games versus Deshaun Watson. He's had 3 sacks. He had 3 sacks in the win 2 weeks ago, and he leads the Colts in sacks with 7.5.
On 2nd and 21, Watson over the middle, and that is complete to Jordan Akins. Clock continues to move, coming up on 45 to play.
They're down. They're down.
Down territory here. You got 2 shots to pick up 11 yards.
On 3rd and 11, Watson pulls it down, now throws, and that's complete. David Johnson looking for the sideline and brought down.
Well, that's a really good tackle by Okereke.
4th down, baby. What you gonna do? 4th and 5, y'all. 4th and 5. 1 stop.
So Houston has to use its 3rd and final timeout to stop the clock with 28 seconds to play.
This tackle he's held on for dear life because he doesn't make that tackle. Look at Deshaun Watson do it. He had what he wanted.
Come on.
David Johnson with the ball.
There's 30 seconds left.
Against the linebacker. This is a team.
Well, yeah,
that doesn't
28.
miss tackles. Big reason why they're top 5 defensive unit. Just 62 missed
28
tackles
seconds.
in 13 games. Only the 49ers with fewer.
So 4th and 5. Watson needs to convert this at least to keep this drive alive. Over the middle, caught inside the 5.
Bubble!
Who covered it?
It's going to be a touchback.
Let's go! Let's go! Defense! Defense!
Looked like he had a touchdown.
Let's go! Clutch! Clutch! Come on, man! Let's go!
Just watch him on the left side of your
Let's
screen.
go!
And it punches that ball out. That is well timed.
Beautiful defense. Beautiful. 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 Beautiful.
QT never feels Darius Leonard on his backside.
Beautiful.
The ball's rolling around. You see a couple different. Kenny Moore goes down for it. I think what ultimately happens is Bobby Okereke, he's able to come up with it. That is just a terrific play. Good hustle play by Darius Leonard.
What is it with these two teams? 2 weeks ago, the Colts, on a last-minute fumble by the Texans, survived 26-20.
How you like that?
A fumble at the goal line, 26
How you like that?
to 20. And Indianapolis moves to 10-4 on the season.
Well, if you're Deshaun Watson, Greg, you got to feel snake bit. I don't know what more he could have done. 33 of 41, 373 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And this is a terrible way to lose back-to-back games for the Colts this season.
There's the pass to QT. And he won't know Darius Leonard is coming up behind him to pop the ball out until it's too late.
Punches it out with the right fist. And you see a scrum for the ball, but you see Leonard, he comes right in.
That is
the ball
insane.
hanging loose. QT
That
never
is
feels,
insane.
and that's tough on the receiver. He gets blindsided. And, well, that's just really well done. You see him punch that ball out. You see a lot of blue jerseys flying around. And he talked a lot about it. Jake Feely talked a lot about this is a defense that intensity and hustle. They get graded every snap on it. Try and grade out at 90% or better. A lot of players today, I think, will fall into that 90% category. It's a great effort.
And, you know, fair enough to say fair enough to say if you're Deshaun Watson, what else can you do?
That's Greg. He's an amazing player, and you look at what could have been this year. They've got to get better around Deshaun Watson. That's going to be the key for whoever coaches the Texans in 2021.
Roberto Sanchez, triumphant return to the field.
Beautiful game, man. Beautiful game. Beautiful game. Beautiful game. Beautiful. 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 Got to tighten up. I already know. For a game that shouldn't have been that close, we still pulled it out. We still pulled it out. Oh, what a roller coaster. What a roller coaster. Deshaun Watson got sacked 5 times that game. Woo. What's up, Nate? The Maniac. Y'all can go ahead and spam the W's in the chat. Yeah, they all about to win, as expected. Great players make those plays. That would have been a TD if it wasn't for Leonard. Fine margins. That's insane. Shout out to Zachary Pascal. Shout out to T.Y. Hilton. Shout out to Jonathan Taylor. He could have had 100 yards rushing, but he split it with Naeem Hines, which I'm totally fine with. What's up, Plug? Big time W, man. Big time W. Big time W. Shout out to DeForest Buckner. A beast. The best draft pick Ballard ever had is DeForest Buckner. That's his best draft pick. That's his best draft pick, man. That boy was unstoppable today. How many sacks they counted for? They gave DeForest Buckner 3 sacks. That boy was unstoppable. Unstoppable, man. Darius Leonard led the team in tackles. Danico Autry had him 1.5 sacks. Unstoppable, man. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. It's a beautiful victory. Beautiful victory, man. I'm so relieved. What was y'all thoughts on the game and what we could have done better? Y'all let me know in the comment section. We definitely could have ran the football more, but we pulled it out. We still pulled out the victory, man, which is always a good feeling. But the fact that the defense is still getting dotted up is still a thing we need to work on. That defense has to get worked on. Big W from the Colts. Get your drink ready. Been using Colts all season in Madden rank. I'm seeing twins. What's up, Tay Lesson? Big W, Caleb. Big W. That was the roller coaster, man. Another roller coaster by a team that's not making the playoffs. this team is always a trap game against the Texans because you don't know. You don't know. Big dub, Toby. You don't know how the Texans is going to play. With a guy like a playmaker like Deshaun Watson is always a chance of winning the game with him at QB. Always. How did QT fumble? He got plucked from behind by Darius Leonard. He had an off game anyway, though. He was dropping a lot of passes. Most of it was on Deshaun too, because he was overthrowing them sometimes. But Kiki had an off game. Kiki is always a guy that usually that has a good game against us. Kiki always has a good game against us. It was unfortunate. I was actually surprised Hampton was the guy that was doing it instead of Kiki. But it is what it is. All right. But yeah, shout out to Chad Henson, man. That guy was unstoppable today. He was unstoppable. What's up, Matthew W? I'm glad that we ran away from J.J. Watt this game. I'm glad we ran from the opposite direction. Another heart attack? Yeah. I'm glad we ran away from him. We did more outside runs this game, which was very effective. Shout out to Jacoby Brissett for the big first down that we needed. He did a really good job at that. He's a good quarterback sneaker. So shout out to him. That was just amazing. Just responding on Twitter. Shout out to T.Y. Hilton for sure, Demetrius. T.Y. had a big catch at the end of the game. That pass by Rivers was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful pass. I didn't expect it to get there. I didn't even know he was open. They was running the same zone as we was. This turned out like the last time we played 2 weeks ago, 26-20. Texas losing fumble at the 1 yard line. This week, 27-20. The game losing fumble at the 1 yard line. Yeah, the first time was a missed snap by the center, and this time was a fumble by the receiver, which was the guy that was struggling all game, which is surprising. QT was struggling. Shout out to Brandon Cooks, man. Brandon Cooks was doing his thing at the end of that drive. Yeah, man. BGN, let's go, Colts. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. But yeah, that ended that last drive for the Texans to go down the field again was perfect. They drew up a perfect game plan. Their ranked offense and passing is like top 10, but their rushing is the league worst. MPJ had a great catch, but out of bounds. Yeah, his foot was way out. He was nowhere near close to the line. He was dead near close to the closest to cameraman. He was nowhere in. But yeah, man, that game was perfect. Not perfect, but it was just a great defensive effort at the end. The game, we started off hot, and I said at the halftime, I feel like we're gonna just slow down and just not keep the momentum. And I was correct. I was correct. The Colts just fell asleep in the third quarter. And early fourth, we just fell asleep. But late at the end of the game, they just turned it on in the blink of a second, which was super impressive. This team they just won't quit. This team won't quit. It's surprising how bad the pass defense for the Colts is, but the rush defense is just top 5. The top 5 rushing defense in the NFL is just crazy to think. If Xavier Rhodes didn't get that penalty, they wouldn't have been as close. It was just costly penalties at the end of the game I can agree on that was just not needed. You know, the catch that T.Y. would have caught, there was a flag on Pittman that gave him the 1st and 20 that was uncalled for. Trey Burton got missed a few times off some passes by Phillip, but it's okay because, you know, we made up for it, but it is what it is. T.Y. and Darius wins clutch Clutch of the Year award. Shout out to the Texans defense. They did a great job. Yeah, man. Yeah. The Texans teams are always gonna fight no matter what. They're gonna fight no matter what. So shout out to them for sure. They're gonna fight no matter what. That team is just a trap game team. It's a trap team. Pascal had a clutch TD too. Yeah, Pascal did good today. Somebody said Pascal would get 2 TDs, and he sure enough did. So shout out to that person that said it early in the comment section. They said it. I almost blew up my shoulder. That is the only team we couldn't blow out. I didn't chat much because I was too busy having a heart attack. Yeah, it's all good. The chat was a little dead today. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a little dead. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by and hit the like button for sure. But we definitely deserve this win. We definitely had to win this game, especially due to the Titans beating the Lions, Dolphins winning. We just had to win this game. We couldn't lose. We just couldn't lose this game. It was a winnable game. We had the lead at the beginning, but blew it off some defenses, some blown coverages per usual. It's a good quarterback's going to throw down the zone. He's just going to. That's why. Okay. But yeah, we just missed coverages, play action cross route. I forgot who that was, but he was following the wrong receiver. He should have stayed on that side of the field. It is what it is. Yeah, Matt Eberflus. We got to contain mobile QBs. Got to change coverages. Then this is a blowout. Yeah, man, we've been speaking about coverages for since week 7 or week 5. We've been speaking about this since week 5. And mobile QBs I've been talking about since the season started. It's just that they don't watch my videos. It's unfortunate. The Colts don't watch it. If they would have watched it, they would have switched it a long time ago. Hopefully they change it at the end of the year and they start off something new next year. But until then, I feel like we're just going to keep getting blown up by pass games and stopping the run. Our defense relies on our pressure. If we don't get pressure on the QB, we're going to lose. It's as simple as that. Our defense requires pressure. The zone defense we run requires pressure. They just need to watch you. No, they need to watch a few coach channels. Not just me. The Patriots has been eliminated from playoff contention. How do you guys feel about that? I'm gonna try to get a Steelers fan on the live next week. Hopefully he's available. They needed each other. No, I think Bill just need a better quarterback. Patience is trash. In your way, they went to go on a regular trash run. Oh, the Patriots is trash. Okay. Feeling great? Good. Coach Frank said for 2 games to end that way is crazy. Tell me about it. But I'm definitely starving. But this week I'm gonna have a live stream and some videos for you guys. So stick through with that. Hopefully this week I can record for my new podcast as well. So y'all can check all the links out in the description. New podcast this week probably. I'm going to have some videos and a live stream on this channel. Try to get a Steelers fan on here so we can see how that goes. I'm going to try to get some more guests on this show as well. Just got to see how it turns out. Can you change my profile picture to my face? Why would you do something like that? Why would you put my face in your profile picture? I like Darius Leonard's. I like Cam. It's not his fault you can't even name the starting tight end or wide receiver. That's not Cam's fault. He's not coaching. No, I'm definitely putting some of the blame on Cam because he does not have a throwing arm, and he never did. Cam never had an arm like Brady. Never. He was just a mobile QB that can throw on the run. And the scheme that they had in Carolina is totally different from the scheme they run in New England. So it is definitely not Bill Belichick's fault at all. Bill is used to a pocket passer. He's used to a pocket passer, and Cam's not that. So I'm definitely putting the blame on Cam because we know what Bill is with a pocket QB. With a good pocket QB, like maybe a Stafford or Darnold or a Derek Carr, somebody like that can throw in the pocket, I feel like Bill will be better. He went on the streak of having less than 50 passing yards in a game at the beginning of the year. Like, that's definitely Cam Newton, not the coach. If the coach requires you to throw the football on the play, you got to throw the football. If you can't get it there, I think you need to work on your arm. So yeah, I was never really a big fan of Cam Newton anyway. I was never a big fan of Cam Newton. I defend Rivers? Absolutely. He's my QB now. I said he overthrown Trey Burton a few times. He overthrown Michael Pittman. He definitely overthrown the tight ends. He overthrown who was that, Hines, on that play. I mean, he overthrown them. Simple as that. You got to defend it. We all seen it. We seen what happens when he throws it on the money. If he overthrows it, he knows and I know. We all watching the same game. And the Rivers will win you the game. It's totally different from Cam Newton. Cam Newton's not going to win you the game. The Patriots have to win. The Patriots defense and everyone else has to win around Cam Newton. Cam Newton's just on the field. And Rivers is better than Cam Newton. We all know that. Where's KD at? I'm surprised he ain't freaking standard for Cam Newton. He always root for Cam. Give Cam a good tight end, a wide receiver. He won MVP. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying his defense was way better. Not way better. I'm saying his defense was lights out that year. He won Super Bowl MVP. Well, he won MVP that year. His defense was light out, and his support cast wasn't as good. It really wasn't. Patrick Mahomes is not retired. His offense wasn't that great, Demetrius, in that MVP year. It really wasn't. He had speedsters, but his defense was insane. And the system that he ran with, all those speed receivers, it made it look good. It made it look good with that speed he had. Of course, he had Olsen, but that's just about it. He never had no number one receiver in Carolina that you can name. I don't know a number one receiver he had. It definitely wasn't Kevin Benjamin. What do you mean better weapons? He didn't have an offensive line. Neither one of them did. How's Mahomes going to retire before them? And Rivers is almost 40. Who do you think is better, Mo or Trey? Better hands. I'm going to go with Mo. Can't wait for a ship. Looks beautiful. Phil retired. Then we get Wentz. Don't sleep on that guy. Hey, Ace. Oh, I just woke up. You was talking about Wentz? Oh, sorry. I was asleep. Sorry. I don't want Wentz, man. I really don't. Appreciate you, Ace, but I don't want Wentz. Till Ray is back. Facts, Jamal. Facts. In that one. He just needs a line. Yeah, I know. I just, when I made that video about him, I thought it was funny. You think the Titans gonna win the rest of their games? Yeah, it's possible. Hi, Damien. Hi, Damien. Hi, Damien. What's up? Hopefully Eason pans out. True. Hi. Okay, we get it. Okay. We get it. I heard you the first 3 times. Yeah, Wentz, I think Wentz has to start as a backup somewhere first before he gets my trust again as starter. What a Pop-Tart. Merry Christmas, Chris Dwayne. Let's go, Colts. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Chris. Do I like the Texans? Heck no. I love the Colts. Ride or die. Love the Colts. Absolutely. Do I like Deshaun Watson? No. Why? Because he played for the Texans. Did I like DeAndre Hopkins? No. Why? Because he played for the Texans. I like Hopkins now. You're a Texans fan? There's nothing wrong with the Texans. It really isn't. I appreciate you for stopping by. I show support to anybody that walks in here, any fan base. It really doesn't matter. But the Texans, because they got rid of Bill O'Brien, they fell down on that list, man. Sorry. I think they could lose one more game against the Packers. I don't think they lose to Green Bay, man. I really don't. I don't think they lose to Green Bay. They were even double teaming to Ray. Yeah, they have to. You hate Bill. What's wrong with Bill? Bill's a legend. Bill is a legend. He got an arm in Cam Run. He took the Eagles to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think Nick Foles took them to the Super Bowl, unfortunately. And I think Nick Foles won them that Super Bowl. Carson Wentz started it off for them, but due to that system, you can see that Nick Foles could have did the same thing. That year, I'm just saying that year, Carson Wentz could have started it. Carson Wentz started it and was an MVP form, but I feel like Nick Foles could have did just as good. Who do you think is the worst football player? You talking about now or all time? Or are you talking about for a team? I don't know who the worst football player is because they all have a job. So, I I don't know who you can put up there. I don't know who can be the worst football player. There's a lot of QBs that goes in that work. You said Phillip Rivers. That was funny. I like what you did there. What's up, Michael? Are we going to the Super Bowl this year? With the pass defense that I just watched, I'm not sure. That pass defense that we just watched, I'm not sure. 2021 New Year resolution. Colts win the Super Bowl. I'm taking that Monday off. Rivers is cooking. I like that. Yes, see, started under Frank, so with the full year again under the Frank, he will be MVP talk. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Buckner played injured with 3 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, and a 4th fumble. You are my favorite YouTuber, Damien. Thank you. And if I am your favorite YouTuber, please sure to tell your friends about your favorite YouTube channel and let them know to subscribe. But I appreciate you, Damien. I really do. Sweet victory. Nothing like it. Victory week, Colts Nation. Colts for the shoe. Colts Nation. Colts Talk is victory week. So it's time to get them Jim Irsay memes flowing and get the party started on Twitter. It is victory week. So we are to celebrate and be happy. If you are old enough to drink, take a shot. Do so this week. Also, maybe do it on Wednesday when the new podcast potentially goes live this week. So take a shot. Autry been balling low key. He sure has. Rivers is not great, but he's good. I think people confuse longevity with greatness. He's been playing a while, hence the number, but he's not a top 5 QB, be honest. Nobody ever had Rivers this year as a top 5 QB. Top 10, absolutely. But he's never been a top 5 this year. Consistency-wise, yes. But overall, no, he's not top 5, but he's definitely top 10. Big W, Quibi. Facts. Colts win equals good week. Let's go. Do a celebration dance on stream. You want to see it? Oh, man, you ain't get me dancing on stream. You give me the drink on stream, but I'm not dancing. Who's the better QB out there? You talking about in the offseason or right now? In the offseason, we don't know who's going to be there. We know Wentz requested a trade, so if you guys haven't seen my video, definitely check it out because it has some realism to it. You agree? I appreciate that. This guy's still doing that. All right, where am I left off? Okay, who is a better QB? I agree, Burr. Can you at least dab? See he fit in our system? Carson Wentz? I just don't see it. I just don't see him in the Colts jersey. Peace, my bro. Black Ops time. All right, Demetrius. Have fun on Call of Duty. I call it Call of Duty, but have fun on there. I retired from that. Yeah, I did it. I can dance. I just choose not to. What about Dak? Bring Dak to Indy. I want him. Bring Dak to Indy. Now we're talking. I don't care about his injury. Bring him to Indy. You think Wentz is better? Oh, come on, Ace. Come on, Ace. How is Wentz better? Wentz been on the field, and he still ain't produced. Dak's been on the field and been producing. Wentz only produced half a year, and that was his Super Bowl run, and that was it. He didn't do nothing after that. Hey, bring the juice. What up? What's going on? I was just in here talking about the sweet victory. Now we're just chatting now. What's going on? Anyway, I was concerned about our pass defense. What happened? Another thing that was ticky-tack on Rhodes for the late hit. Nope. His foot stepped out of bounds. Rhodes touched him. You're not supposed to do that. Plus, it's injury hazard. So I definitely understand the flag. He shouldn't have touched him at all. He shouldn't have touched him. Our pass defense has been suspect the whole year. I don't know if you have been watching, but they definitely have been suspect due to that zone that we run, which is pretty good. But if there's no pressure, it's going to get dotted up. You seen Deshaun Watson sometimes was back there chewing on his fingernails, just waiting. But you know, if the pressure doesn't get there, it's going to be a long day. Dak just got arm power. Dak has line. Wentz don't have one. Dak have weapons. Wentz injury or not there. Come on. I hear you, but for a guy that you just said led them to the Super Bowl, which was like 1 year, which wasn't technically his fault, I don't think you should try to use that excuse for Carson Wentz. It's been sus. Yeah, Jamal. Our pass defense has been sus all year. It really has. Mobile quarterbacks walk into Indy, you know, and just see the zone defense and then see the pressure getting blocked up. And then they just be able to sit back there and just wait for a receiver to get open. And then there you go. You get the missed coverage like the guy when Chris Hansen scored on the sideline by himself off the play action deep cross, 2 receivers. Huh? Also Matt Eberflus' fault. I feel like FaZe is speaking another language. What did I just say? I don't know. I don't know what you said. I'm going to pin it. I don't know what you just said. You want to type it again? Oh, okay. All right, I get it now. I was going to say it was also Matt Eberflus' fault for the coverage. Yes. Okay. All right. I get it now. Shout out to FaZe, man. Do you think you can scheme away or players just got to step up on pass D? I'm just thinking to win the Lombardi, we got to do something. What you thinking? I'm thinking we need to switch up the coverage every now and then when there's more than 3 receivers on the field. You shouldn't try to have a linebacker guarding a receiver. It's just not going to work. Especially in late game situations. If our defense is working, for example, the whole game, and you know they go to a 5 wide, I feel like we should just put more DBs on the field. Simple as that. I'd rather have an accurate QB than arm power. So would you say Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady? Are we talking now? Because everyone in here is going to say yes. Everyone's going to say yes. Everyone's going to pick Aaron Rodgers. Ace, you kind of lost yourself in that combo. I think you should try to compare 2 other quarterbacks. Tom Brady is just a game manager. Absolutely. Tom Brady's been dinking and dunking his whole career. Of course, when he had Randy Moss, that was probably like a gateway escape because all you got to do is throw it up, he's going to get it. But other than that, he's pretty much been dinking and dunking his whole career. Shout out to Ace though. Keep them combos coming, man. Keep them coming. I'm at 3:33. I'll try to get to the 4-hour mark, but if this chat isn't consistent enough in chatting, I'm just probably going to end it because I am hungry. I'm really high on Rivers. To me, I'm very proud of what he's doing out there. So am I. So am I, man. He's been improving week by week. He really has, and he hasn't turned the ball over yet. Has anybody else seen that? Rivers hasn't turned the ball over yet. He really hasn't. I'm surprised, especially due to the last year Rivers and early season Rivers. I would have expected an interception by now. I really would have. He hasn't thrown a pick in like 5 to 6 weeks. I'm shocked. I'm impressed. So shout out to Rivers, top 10 QB, man. Y'all gotta put some respect on that 39-year-old, man. Put some respect on the 39-year-old. Because we see people over the age of 35, we know what they looking like. That's not Rivers, just saying. And plus the other guy, Drew Brees, is about to play the Chiefs. You know I'm tuning into that game because I can't stand the Saints. Rivers out of Browns game. He listened to all the indie media and they changed him for the better. Yeah, man. Phillip Rivers is a good guy. I mean, the media and the perception might make you feel differently about it, but he is a good guy. Of course, he's competitive with the trash talk, but he doesn't even curse. He just does it. He's just a competitive QB, and he's a nice guy overall. And I learned that to grow on me. So, I mean, he's a good guy. He really is. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to figure it out for myself. I always thought he was just a dirty, cocky guy. But, he's just competitive. That's all. I mean, when you have more than 5 kids, I'm guessing that's going to put you in that position. I guess it's going to make you feel that way. But I don't know. He overall, Phillip Rivers is a good person. Good leader, good QB, even though he has a terrible arm motion. But, he's a good QB. Happy he's a leader for the Colts. Old Tom, okay. But I'm talking my guy Peyton over both. Everybody's going to choose Peyton. Everybody in here better choose Peyton. And if you don't, we're definitely going to have a discussion about it. We just got back our elite Teray. He is going to be a playmaker in the playoffs. That's what I like to hear. When you got a double cover a fast elite edge rush like that, when I spoke about it on the video, this might be Teray's game. But they double teamed it because they knew. That probably would have been Teray's 3 sacks if he wasn't double. Just being honest. That would have been Teray's right there. He was going against one of the best left tackles, one of the most overpaid left tackles, yes. Tunsil will just be out there. He don't even really know what he's doing anymore. He got paid. I don't think he cares, which is unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. I'm happy Leonard had a game-winning play today. It hasn't been his best season, and that got to boost his confidence in the playoffs. I understand that. I can see that. You know what's crazy? I was watching 2019 highlights yesterday, and man, that defense was woo. That defense was playing crazy last year. 2019 Colts, they were playing crazy. Even 2018, 2019 was Darius Leonard was out there catching picks. That defense was it was nice, but this year just super impressive. Even though it looked like Darius Leonard took a back cut on them picks and stuff, but the defense this year is definitely probably going to go down as one of the best defenses in coaches. It has to. What would you guys rank the defenses of Colts? What would you rank this one? This got to be top 3. This got to be top 3 defenses of Colts because we really had some bad defenses over the years. We really have. Three. All right. Shout out to Dalton. What's up? That was your first comment. Yeah. Rock Sin did pretty good today. He got some good coverages too. He had some good coverages, especially in the end zone. Second, I can respect that. Yeah, I'm definitely putting this defense top 3 though. Zay got it in second. What is that? Alizé? Yeah, Alizé. He got that in second. Yeah. But yeah, man, this year defense is definitely top 5. If our pass coverage was a little bit better, it'd probably be one of the best. But it's definitely a top 5 defense that I've ever seen. That's number 1. I mean, yeah, the Super Bowl defense is definitely going to be number 1. Yeah, we spoke on that earlier. We spoke on how good the offenses look. They've been more consistent week by week. They've been more consistent week by week. So, and then we're not having turnovers on offense, which is also a key thing. And also, the offense hasn't been called really for holding, which was a big problem at the beginning of the year. You know, Kelly got it a few times because Stonzo, even they called it on Quentin Nelson sometimes at the beginning, which was shocking. But they really haven't been called. Braden Smith used to get called for holding, but they haven't really been calling it so far. So that's a big upgrade. Our run game has been improving too, yes. Like I said, Jonathan Taylor could have easily ran for 100 yards, but the fact that he split it with Naheem Hines just makes it even better for me. Like, even though you can see a 100-yard rush from JT, the fact that Hines was doing just as good is just double the impressive. So I'm fine with JT having like an 85-yard rushing game, even though the backup's probably going to be just as close. So I mean that's fine. I'd rather have 2 rushers over 40 yards than 1. They were dissecting that defense. That run game was dissecting that defense. If we would have stayed with the run game on some of those passes that shouldn't have happened, if we would have stayed on the run, I feel like they would have both reached a good yard mark. Do you think JT breaks 1,000 yards this year? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to make the playoffs, to be honest. My thoughts on stats and record breakers or stuff like that or accolades kind of been on the backside of my thoughts. My thought for right now is the Colts has to make the playoffs. That's been on my brain the whole year. The Colts making the playoffs. You think Marlon Mack going to get as much time as normal, or you think it's going to be different now with JT and Hines? I don't even know if Marlon Mack is coming back. I would like him to resign, but I don't know. Ballard's a mastermind when it comes to offseason moves. So I don't know. I mean, Mack was a dog. I don't know how that's going to be. I don't know how that's going to work out. We just got to see. I'm not a wizard or a genie or something, so I can't predict the future. Even though T.Y. didn't have a monster game with that catch in the end, killed the Texans. Texans can't stop him. They sure can't. Shout out to the coaches too. See y'all next week. GG, let's go shoot. Yeah, for sure, man. All right, Ace. Hashtag beat the Steelers. Facts, Chris. Facts. Beat the Steelers is the hashtag going into next week. We got to do our job, man. We got to do our job. Next team up is the Steelers. We got to win that game. What was that last time we played this? Was that the Minka Fitzpatrick debut? When he had that pick 6? I think that was his first year there. Jacoby got hurt that game, right? We was in Pittsburgh. That game was bad. We could have still won that game, but that's when our season started going downhill. Yeah, that pick 6 by Minka still haunts me to this day. It's still stuck in the back of my head. That pick 6 was insane. It was a perfect bait, and he was gone. Jacoby got hurt. It was just that game was just wishy-washy. Like we could have still won that game, but Quentin stepped on Jacoby's foot. But yeah, I'm gonna go live this week to talk about the Steelers game. What day? I'm looking for probably a Tuesday or Wednesday. It's gonna be an early stream though. It's not gonna be late. So early in the week. I got a video on Monday. So maybe Tuesday or Wednesday I can do a live stream. Or Thursday. I don't know, one of these days. Well, any day after Monday. So you guys just gotta have your noties on. New season, beat the Steelers. That's a fact. Yeah, you guys just gotta have your noties on so you know when I'm going live. I can't schedule it because I don't trust my schedule. I don't trust my schedule, so I can't schedule a video. I'm doing so much other stuff, trying to just stay consistent on YouTube. You guys have any more questions before I end this? I hit the 45-minute mark. I appreciate all the 14. If you haven't hit the like button, feel free to hit it. Hit the like button. Also subscribe if you're new. You might be just watching just to watch. I appreciate that. The Colts finally play another lousy team and continue to pass by a sickly bad team. By the way, Colts are the worst team in football. They need a good head coach and a good O-line. Well, shout out to Dalton for that comment. I appreciate your opinion on the Colts, which is perfectly fine with me. I just would like to know what your team is. What team do you support, Dalton? Brissett quarterback sneak game is fire. It really is. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous. I didn't know if he was gonna get it or not. All right, stream. So appreciate to everyone that hit the like button. I feel like there's no more questions being asked. So I'm gonna go ahead and get something to eat and get up out of here. So like I said, turn on your notice so you guys can know when I go live. Also subscribe. You support the Jets? Oh, okay. Shout out to you and shout out to the Jets for being the best team in NFL. But also subscribe if you're new, if you haven't already. Turn on the notice, hit the like button. Appreciate each and every one of you that stopped by to support the stream. Shout out to Bring the Juice that popped up in here. Appreciate you guys as well. Shout out to Dalton and all the other comments to show the support. Like I said, I got content dropping this week, so stay tuned for that. Support all the description channels, all the channels and all the links in the description. Go ahead and check those out. If you like it, subscribe. But until next time, this is Colts Talk signing out. Enjoy your week. If you're old enough to drink, take a shot or sip a beer. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe out there. Have a good day.